intentional, but
welcome everybody to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. Happy Monday, everybody. It is Monday, May 20. What are we?
24th.
24th?
Chris Draper's 50th birthday, Pilar.
My
Today,
23rd wedding anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, happy
I'm
wedding
proud of you.
anniversary.
Thank you. 161 dog years.
Wow. I don't even know what I would say if my husband said that to me. I'd be like, did it feel like it's that long?
She knows. She feels it too.
Guys, I'm Pilar Lasser. We've got D-Mac. We've got Tom Mazza. We've got Fish
Right,
in the
Kath?
fish tank. We've got Easy D behind the glass attempting to keep us in line today. And, of course, Jeff on our social media. So make sure that you are hitting us up at Woodward Sports across the board and that you give us a call, 313-552-6322. So, Maz, I hope that you at least have a nice dinner or something.
We have it planned. I
for-
got a surprise dinner for
At
her.
the Whitney?
No.
Oh.
I don't want to say it because she's listening.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
tell you what it's
smart.
at.
That's smart.
Tommy playing Lance
Yeah.
Romance.
You
Look
know it.
out.
I got it covered.
Yes.
Got
Oh,
it
nice.
covered.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
How many
you.
years? 21 years?
23.
23 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Maz, well, why don't we kick off this incredible show that we have lined up for you guys today with your sports update?
My pleasure. As always, brought to you by mybookie.ag. Don't forget, use that promo code Woodward. They'll match your first deposit halfway up to $1,000. And don't forget Woodward 10. Get you a free $10 play on Adam. Tigers start a 7-game homestand tonight. The Indians in town for 3, followed by the Yankees. That's right. I already got my tickets for this weekend coming up. Tough loss yesterday at Kansas City. Horrible loss. Carlos Santana with a 2-run walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th off of Michael Fulmer. Kind of wrecked the day for Casey Mize, who pitched 6 1/3 of 3-hit baseball. Spencer Turnbull gets the ball tonight. First time he gets it since his no-hitter just a week ago. 7:10 is the matchup. By the way, full capacity at Comerica Park starting on June the 8th. We'll talk about it, of course. Softball, Michigan out already. They lost the Super Regionals. They lose to Washington. The Huskies swept them away yesterday with a 7-run 6th inning. That killed the Wolverines. NBA playoffs, 2 games tonight. The Bucks up 1-0. They host the Heat. Great game the other night. That went to overtime. Nuggets and Blazers from Denver. Portland trying to pull the upset. They're up 1-0. 4 really good games yesterday, all game ones. Sixers beat the Wizards by 7. A little closer than that. Suns knocked off the Lakers 99-90. Can't wait to talk about LeBron and his acting in that one. Hawks nipped the Knicks. What a phenomenal game at the Garden. The Garden had 15,000 fans there. Sounded like the old days. 107-105. Trae Young with the game winner. We'll talk about that with just a 0.9 seconds left. And the Grizzlies upset the Jazz 112-109. That is an 8/1, by the way. Former Michigan State basketball star Keith Appling arrested today in Chelsea in connection to a fatal shooting in Detroit on Saturday night. That's very sad news. 5 games in the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. Pens host the Isles. That series tied at 2. Leafs and Canadiens from Montreal. They're tied up at 1. Panthers host the Lightning. Tampa Bay up 3-1. And the Jets up 3-0. They host the Oilers. Oh, my God, those poor Oilers. Vegas up 3-1. They host the Wild. Yesterday, the Bruins eliminated the Capitals in 5 games. Vegas, on that one. The Predators beat the Canes in 2 overtimes. So Nashville ties that series at 2. Superfan from Michigan, Taylor Lewan, at the game. Check him out with his little daughter at the Predators game. See what he does.
Oh, it's so cute.
I love that.
Hold your thought.
Oh, there's family time.
Hold
There's
your thought.
Dad.
There's family time. Now he becomes Taylor Lewan.
Because why, Maz?
Because he's
The
a woman.
boys are there.
That's right.
And they're having too much fun without him.
Here we go. Come on, Taylor. You're going to do something.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Look at this little girl.
Oh, my God.
I love the reaction of his wife beside him like she's seen this so many times. I love it.
Yes. All pro for the Titans now. Look at him. Oh, my. She's like, Daddy, you got me wet.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell
With
Mommy on
beer.
you. Oh, my
You
God.
got beer all over
the
me.
tweet to follow it by Taylor Lewan was my daughter Win in the car. It was brilliant. Mommy, why'd Daddy get us both wet?
Oh, man. And continuing on, the Avalanche swept the Blues away 5-2. They win that series 4 straight. And Winnipeg came down from 4-1 down in the third to knock out Edmonton 5-4. Here's our, just take a look at our buddy Ken Holland watching this game. It's just a quick GIF of him watching his own team. Look, there he is. Okay, we lost. Okay, that is it. That is Kenny Holland. They're down 3-0. We'll talk more about this coming up. 50-year-old Phil Mickelson, you know the big story. He won the PGA Championship, the oldest player to ever win a major, 8 years after his last major win. The next one, the only major that he hasn't won, the U.S. Open. So congrats to Phil. We will chat about that. And let's take you back to a great year. Today in 2004, Tayshaun Prince stole a game from the Indianapolis Pacers, and of course, they go on to win it. The block heard round the world.
4 on the shot clock. I don't know if Billups knows that. He lost the handle. Tinsley, Reggie Miller, and it's blocked again.
Oh, what a block!
How did Prince get there?
What a block!
Wow. Like, I could watch that. I did actually yesterday watch it about a dozen times because it's the effort.
Yeah.
You see where Tayshaun ends up in the crowd. That's how hard he was going.
Listen to Doc Rivers. He can't get over it.
Entire body for this play. But that was an amazing. Reggie Miller had a
The Pistons do not win the championship without that play. Look at it. It's perfect.
Unbelievable.
And Reggie did not take it to the cup. That's what he does. He lays it in. That's the Reggie Miller style. Anyone else probably would have dunked it. You know, he wouldn't be able to block it, but he didn't think anybody had a chance at that ball. But Doc Rivers and, of course, Brad Nessler on the call. So I want to also wish a happy 50th birthday to our good friend, Chris Draper. That's right. Drapes, 50 years young today, Mac.
He did it. He did it. He made it.
He made it.
Yeah, but the odds were like minus like 6,000. He was going to make it. Mine are like plus for next April. Yeah, we're going to cash
God
in.
bless
We got
you.
a lot of chips to cash in, a lot of bets. But no, I talked to him this morning, and you know, he loves what he's doing now with the organization, and now the spotlight's on him to see what the good talented players we're drafting. If any inkling to that of what's coming down the pipe with the way Moritz Seider and Lucas Raymond, the years that they've had across the pond, we're in good shape. So,
You know, it always, I feel like, says something about you when your friends or family make bets on certain things in your life. You know, like for you, like would you make it to 50?
I was all the haters. Yeah, no, that's just a hate. That was just a good bet, man. I even I'm gonna lose money too because I bet against me too for a while, but
Not me, Mac.
That's
I
Not
would have
me, I
said
bet
you
on
made
it.
No,
it.
I know.
I
Maz
would've
is the
said
one
you
that's
made
gonna
it to 50.
make out in it. That's the whole thing. Is Maz figured out I was that old stag. I was almost like Medina Spirit, the $1,000 claim. Yeah, 2 out of 3 agree, right?
That's right. That's right.
Maz, has anybody put a bet on you?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea if they bet on me.
No.
I have no
I
idea.
bet on Maz every day, Pilar.
Me
every
too.
day.
Me
You
too.
could bet on me and having a nervous breakdown at home with my 3 teenage girls. That
And
you
then
could bet
dealing
on.
with me and DMAC every
Wow.
day.
And Easy.
5 days a week. And easy's easy. I feel like DMAC and I are like your second kids. Your second set of kids.
No, I'm like a little brother that just mouse back. You know, like Maz has always
What a big mouth.
been the guy, but he understands that, you know, I get a little hot-headed. I realize that.
You?
and- yeah, sometimes.
Hot-headed?
But that's just the 3 stages because, you know, later in the show in the second hour, I got a bucket list item yesterday, and I'm going to break into it because, you know, the 3 faces, some of us have alter egos. Some of us, you know, Jekyll and Hyde have 2. Me, I got 3. Mick Foley was right when he had Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack. Well, I got Darren McCarty, Mac, and D-Mac, and I'll explain those later on when we get in the wrestling segment. But just so people know, all 3 of them come out on this show. right? Maz can get D-Mac
gonna
out
be great.
like that. That's what he does. Maz can get D-Mac out, right? He gets,
No question.
And absolutely, he can get him to come out. But I love you.
I like him
anyways,
when I like him when he stays in a little bit more.
I know you do. That you like it when he's daring.
Right at the verge.
Stay behind the fence.
Almost D-Mac, but we'll just stick to.
Yes, exactly. But we'll get there. But
Yes. Well, we'll see it today. That's for sure in today's show. All right. Well, great sports update,
Thank you.
my friend. Thanks so much for filling us in on that. D-Mac, you had quite an eventful weekend. Let us know on your recap.
Yeah,
you made some money.
Well, yeah, you know, we're going to save that little one because that wasn't really in my picks. And when it came down to, we took a lot of the favorites. I gave you Gary Woodland, who made the cut, was there for a minute, but didn't show up. But Phil Mickelson's a story. So we got that one wrong. I told you Chase Elliott, course of the Americas in Texas, first time running. You know, when you see he was plus 230 or something like that, and he ended up winning. So congratulations to Chase Elliott. But more important, the recap, Easy, is if you have. Do we have any of the graphics there, or yeah, you can throw them up. So because this is look at that, there it is. What you gotta love that trophy. Imagine hanging that in your garage or whatever. That's the 3.4 mile course of the Americas. So that was the first time that NASCAR ran on it, and Chase Elliott and Hendricks Motorsports. And remember, I mentioned it because you guys said, I said Chase Elliott, the defending champion, hadn't won this road course set up for him, but the money wasn't there. You know, we had Kevin Harvick and also like Logano, but
That's no Wanamaker trophy.
What's that?
That's no Wanamaker trophy.
No, that's no Wanamaker trophy
Wanamaker.
at all. And but I don't know if you saw, I tweeted out. This is a little bit of a recap. If you were wondering, as far as Easy got that picture of me in that car, I got to give people an update here. Yeah, you know, I was just.
Wait, were you at the Circuit of the Americas this weekend?
No, I was
racing
not
yourself?
there. I was trying out this nice, you know, see, Pilar, it's so embarrassing. You'd know.
Ferrari?
You would have tried. Well, I know it's a Ferrari, but it's like the class of what it was. But that wasn't mine. I just don't fit into it nice, so I had to give it back. Too bad, Cosley Ferrari. But
Wait,
that was nice.
put that picture up again. Let me see if you fit into it nicely. I don't know. I mean, you're wearing a suit.
I think
Yeah,
he looks
but
great.
hey, listen,
you look like an
there's
attorney
velour
there.
all over it. Do you know how I would have a stain or a burn or something like this? But no, that was actually for if you show that next one, Easy, why I was all dressed up. The Rainbow Connection, there it is. And that's Saray, who is the Rainbow Connection young lady. The Rainbow Connection is the only one that has been able to give kids Make-A-Wishes, and they still were able to do 100, and they've been able to, through the philanthropy and the support, to continue to do that for underprivileged kids. And it was just so special because, you know, to go to hear the story and to see pictures and video of a young lady who's battled, you know, operations, and you know, she's a 25-week-old, but to see how happy she is, and she loves the princesses, and her mom was up there giving a speech, and she was trying to talk and stuff. So it was really cute, and I think that that's important in this day and age, and especially here with us at the Hook and Woodward Sports. You know, it was given back. Also had the privilege of speaking with Mayor Mike Duggan for a few minutes, so tell him how proud I was of him, of how things through the city have gone through this tough time that we've had. So,
Right.
you know, that was a
You
little
got
bit.
connections,
Later on, I will give you the further of my weekend recap, because yes, I had some fun. Look out.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You got good connections with the mayor there, Mac?
You know what?
Did you give him any suggestions? Because I feel like you probably had some suggestions.
No, I don't know.
Really?
No, that's not the time and the place. Yes, you know what, Maz, I wouldn't say I have the mayor's ear, but he knows that he can call on me for anything, and especially as we move forward, as all the teams get better downtown, we want, you know, everybody to be a part of it. So the one thing that I know about Mayor Duggan is he loves this city. So.
Does he love it as much as remember when Kwame had the parade when you guys were down there, and he's like, "The beer's on me." Remember those days?
Yeah. And what happened? Did he buy any beer, Maz?
He bought it for himself.
I was
Okay.
going to say on his
Well, I
private
mean, that's your
jet
thing.
or something. Like, yeah. But
Hey, dude,
anyway.
hey, you know what? That's the one thing I think out of anything whatever team brings back that championship and to have that parade, because there's nothing like it. It's
going to be so much fun.
Experience a
I
million
can't
and
wait.
a half people downtown.
Who will you experience it with first? What team? That's the key.
We'll
see.
Can't wait.
We'll see.
All right,
It'll be the
guys.
Wings.
We are
All
going
right.
to get to our big hook when we come back. Let's talk about a lefty turning back the clock. So don't go anywhere. Tuning into the Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Ever since Corey's been wearing this LeBron James jersey around the network, it's been falling down a lot. And you know, really, that's it. Dan Campbell is gonna be the man for the Lions. Don't you agree, Corey? I didn't even touch you.
Start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu.
I don't know what's more impressive, Pilar. You doing that read? Oh, nice
The fact
job.
that I could even get that read out.
Corey.
After seeing that commercial with Corey, we have got to get him in here. That was one of
love
the
it.
funniest things I've seen in a long time, and I knew it was funny because Tom Mazaway, when Tom Mazaway thinks
Has no
something's
sense of
funny,
humor,
yeah,
right? Tell
when
him.
he thinks it's funny, you'll see him like tease together, and he's just like this.
No, the whole chair move.
That's his
Up
but
and
right
down,
now,
the
he
hands
was
get
like
going.
back here laughing out loud.
That was
like,
great.
That was
oh,
awesome.
that was hilarious.
The fraud has got nothing on Corey.
That is amazing. Well, we're gonna have to get Corey in here and talk about his
Very
acting
good.
ability. That was
Superb.
phenomenal. Yes, that was phenomenal.
That was a great segue if we have that Twitter pick up about how many times guys have been down.
I know.
Oh,
I
Oh,
Corey,
good. He doesn't have the
here's
jersey
Corey.
on. I said it was a jersey, Corey. There's no way that my man Corey Words is that stopped. I think you put on the LeBron James Laker 23. What happened, man?
I don't know. You know, there was never a point in my life that I never felt I wasn't great until that moment. And I don't know. It was just like things just happened.
Like you just fell all the time.
I just flopped. I just fell.
You were in like your own world at one point there. It just, because you
I'm
stayed
starting,
down
I'm
a
starting
lot.
to kind of come back to normal
Yeah.
now. Like it's slowly coming back, but
Corey,
Dude,
were
that
you
jersey's
hurt?
like the mask, right? So it must be
It
just
is.
like that LeBron James.
the mask.
Yes, the
Like,
mask.
when
Yeah, it's like-
when you put the jersey on, you become weak. When you take it off, you gain your strength back. Weird how that
amazing.
works.
That
So
is-
you don't feel greatness. You just
No, I feel greatness now that I took it off.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. It's the reverse effect.
The reverse.
Wow.
Hey, Easy, put up that meme. It's the first meme I have coming up in the NBA playoff talk with the times that each player spent down on the ground.
Look
There
at
it is.
this.
Look at this.
So this goes to show you. Let's
Look
talk
at Kevin
about.
Pillar.
Wow.
Gets hit in the
He-
face.
Busted like orbits, like all kinds of stuff.
His
Yeah,
nasal, he exploded. His face exploded. What's
into
the second
orbit.
one?
Yeah.
Like
It like
it's he
exploded in orbit.
What's the
Into
second
orbit.
one there,
like
Pilar?
orbits or whatever
Help
it
me
was
out,
that he-
Pilar. Second one? I can't read. I can't see.
Oh,
78.
78 seconds after tearing ACL, MCL, and suffering other knee damage. That was
Joe Burrow. Joe
Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
So he spent 78 seconds on the ground. And
a
what's
good
the last one?
Hey, it's
80 seconds after getting poked in the eye. I mean,
It doesn't even count yesterday's game. Doesn't even count yesterday's game when he was writhing in pain from Chris Paul, who's half his size, knocking him down. This guy, he is just not my guy. He's just not my guy.
But flopping has just become a thing in the NBA. And you know what's really sad is that it's become a thing in soccer, too. Like
where was it
become
first?
a thing.
I think it came from soccer.
That's all it is in soccer.
I don't
Tom,
remember
that's-
it being
that's-
it that
that
crazy
is
in
not
soccer. I
true.
feel like now everybody's
That's
saying
like
yes,
saying all of
maybe,
basketball is flopping.
I just felt that it was all of basketball's flopping. I
No,
mean,
that's like saying all of basketball is flopping. Solid soccer isn't flopping, but I would
Well,
say
then
that's
I
where it
must have-
originated because that's where some of the most dramatic, most brutal, like having being touched going down.
I must have really believed them when I was a kid and I'd be watching soccer because I felt like it's gotten worse now.
When the bone comes through, he's hurt.
Ugh.
Until then, he's not.
I feel like this, like flopping in soccer now has been worse than at least when it was when I was a kid that I remember it. So
great commercial there by
yes,
Corey and the gang.
amazing. Good job
Nice
on
going.
that one. All right, guys, let's talk about this phenomenal golf weekend. I mean, talk about excitement. I could not turn away from the TV yesterday in watching golf.
When your husband was making dinner for the family?
He was.
Yeah,
Actually, he
I
was. Like,
figured
not
that.
only
What'd you have?
just me. We had a San Morello pasta dish. I don't know. It was like,
Wait, why are you making that face? It wasn't good?
it was delicious, but I don't know if that was like the real name of it.
Oh.
But it was very fancy. He's quite the chef, guys. But yeah, he'd probably be like, he's going to go
His
home. I'm going to get
culinary
home.
Maz.
They're
Matches
insane.
his physique.
Yes.
Matches his physique.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just his,
Quite strong.
Yes. His perfect physique and now his perfect culinary
I just know that
expertise.
I'm going to go home and he's going to be like, it wasn't a San Morello. It was like I don't know. But I think it was
We had
called like a
spaghetti
San
and
Morello.
meatballs at my house.
That's
That's what we
I had
had.
beef Ferroni. What do you want?
Well, but yeah, so he cooked while we were watching golf. My
Spaghettios.
in-laws came over. It was a ton of fun. But how about Phil smoking it
Wire to
yesterday?
wire,
I mean, just-
almost.
Well-
Almost wire to wire.
Here's the thing, right? This was, if you watch this from the outset, where Phil Mickelson makes bogey on number one, Brooks Koepka makes birdie, that's a 2-shot swing. Then the par 5 that Koepka's supposed to annihilate, then he makes double and Phil makes birdie. It was back and forth. It was a pro fight, but at the end, to have Phil Mickelson, 50 years old. Now put this in perspective. It's the oldest person to do it, the first time in 161 years, or 456 majors.
Nice.
So the fact of the point in the matter, and if you listen to Phil Mickelson's interview or whatever, is just you can tell he's at a great place for him. And, he talked about taking care of his body, but taking care of his mind and everything else. And I believe, too, the whole experience was his caddy's his brother. He's for 25 years, he had one of the best caddies on tour in Jim's Bone Mackay, who you'll hear on the broadcast and stuff. But he's he's a good dude, but more atypical. Now, when you have your brother on the bag, and if you listen to the broadcast, you could hear different times where, it's that brotherly love or that understanding. It just seems like to me is that can get you through some of the toughest spots, and just trusting, I'm speaking specifically on number 12, where they were aiming at the number 12 sign because of the wind where he wanted it to release. And Phil was talking to his brother saying, I don't get it. I don't understand. And he talked him into it, but it's knowing as an athlete to have the trust in your caddy being your brother, no matter who it is. It was very emotional. And then to see at the end the people, I mean, that was incredible, especially in this COVID situation. But this just goes to show you.
People. That was
But it goes to
insane.
show you where golf's at. And this is sort of like, Maz, to me, because or all of us, right? The Tiger Phil, right? I'm a fan of both of
Right.
them, in
too.
different ways at different times.
Me
and
too.
Phil's maturity and stuff, but that you see that they both carry along. And the number one thing that I saw online was Tiger tweeted, "Congratulations, old man," or something like this, and
Yeah.
he goes, "I hope you're real back. I hope you get back so we can do this."
The only thing that could
again.
beat that is if Tiger
Tiger
could come
comes
back,
back and
next
does it
time
after his
with his,
injury.
And I
with
wouldn't
his
count him
broken
out.
legs. I'll
I
never
wouldn't
count him out.
either. I mean,
Never.
you never ever know. But
That's like Tiger's
You
got to
know-
do the Ben Hogan, right? Because
That's right.
Ben Hogan,
After a
everybody
car
knows,
accident.
came back from a car accident, and won the majors back in like the 40s.
How about Babe
and-
Dietrichson Saharius when she was golfing? I mean, she was sick as you can imagine, and she winning major after major. I mean, it's a lot of great stories if you go back in the history of golf. But that one is pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Tiger
it's-
winning last year, the Masters 2 years ago, 2 Masters ago, which was last year, I think.
Yeah, it was that. It was.
He won it in April,
Yeah.
right? And then they won it again, and then they played in November. But nonetheless, that was phenomenal. But this one might have topped that even.
yeah, this one was
Well,
great.
and
This
it
was
just goes
so
to show you, it doesn't matter how old you are, if you put the work in. What are you gone out? That's what Phil
Yeah.
said. Maybe it'll let you know that if you put a little bit of more of a dedication into some of the preparation and the practice, how great you could be.
Hey, Tiger said, I'm sorry, Pilar.
okay.
Tiger would say, and, you know, if you watch his documentary, he would say that he was mad at Phil all those years because Phil didn't take care of himself. He's like, if I had Phil's game and I took care of myself, it would have been sky's the limit for Phil Mickelson. But he didn't care like Tiger cared. Tiger cares more than anybody. And it's a different way. But now maybe Phil said, I'm gonna take a run at this. And you hear him after when he said, this could be the last event I ever win. Or maybe I go on a little run here. I don't know. But what a way to go. And the only thing missing in his repertoire for the Grand Slam is the U.S. Open, and that's up next.
It's such a great story. I agree.
Yeah.
But, you know, D-Mac, getting back to the fans, that's what really gave me chills watching, was just seeing the fans. And I was like, they're going to mob him. Like, where's security? They couldn't like to keep them away from him. And even there was a time that you see them walking like behind him. They're trying to like get Phil out of there.
Yeah.
And
It was like
people were
Beatles.
just trying to like touch him and pull on him. And I kept thinking, like, stop touching him, you moron. Like, you're pulling on him, and you see Phil kind of like go like this
It's
a
a
little
little
bit.
overwhelming.
It was not only overwhelmed, but I was like, what if you like tweak his neck right now? You're going to
Right.
screw things
Didn't
up
Brooks
for him.
Koepka
Like,
say he might have tweaked his knee because of that crowd?
did he?
Yeah, I think
mean,
he
it
did.
was crazy. The crowd also, I felt like, while it was so emotional to watch them be that crazy and obsessed, I also felt that there needed to be a little bit of boundaries, just out of respect for the golfer. Like, yo, he is still in the middle of one of these giant tournament right now,
Well,
huge competition. Like,
I think
give
they're
him his
rusty.
space.
The PGA was rusty because,
Sure,
let's face it, they haven't had a
sure.
crowd in well over a year. Now they have to get used to it again. But the crowd doesn't get more excited than when you're following Phil or when you're following Tiger.
It
But
was
that's just
nuts.
the way it is.
It was nuts. It was the crowd that just gave me goosebumps and made me so emotional for, I mean, the whole situation, the whole leading up to it, and is he going to get it? Like, no way, no way. And nobody really betted on him except for this guy right here.
Wow, that's not true. It was a group thing.
But still, it was a group thing. But still, good for you guys for
Well, we'll
even
get to
taking
that.
a risk. I know, and I'm just so excited about it. But and I kept asking my husband, like, did you put money on him? Did you put money on him? He was like, nobody put money on Phil. Nobody put money
I bet him
on
yesterday.
Phil. Did you?
He was plus 300 entering the day.
Yeah.
So I put $20 on him. So I made 60.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Not much, but,
But
still
still,
something.
but
Cash
still,
the
it's
Wins
ticket.
a win.
Win
Cash the
is-
ticket. I'm on my bookie as well. That's the truth.
Yeah,
Dot
On my
AG.
bookie.
good.
Yep.
Good for you guys. So let us know your thoughts, how you guys felt. Were you guys watching this tournament? It was absolutely incredible at Woodward Sports.
There was another
across-
Sporgy yesterday. Everywhere you turned, there was something to watch.
Sports
It was like
everywhere.
3-4 great baseball games, NBA
know.
playoffs, Lakers losing to the Suns, NHL, all over. It's a great time right now.
It really
to be
is.
a sports fan, and
It
now
is
we're allowed to go
exciting.
watch these events again, which makes
Right?
it so great.
Right? I know.
What a difference.
Right. All right, so I'm going to do something before we hit our break for our girl Jenna on our social media. I'm going to reenact something, and I want you guys to let me know, who am I? Okay?
Okay,
Who am I?
you moving your mic away?
Well, I don't want to like accidentally. Ay, mi ojo!
Uh.
Ay, Dios mío, mi ojo! Mi
LeBron
ojo.
James.
Ding, 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 ding. All right. There you
Telenovela. Yeah, Jenna, please answer that every
Jenna,
day.
that was
we
for
need
you.
we
I
need a
didn't-
Pilar segment. Just a little quick. Who am I?
Yeah, there
Telenovela
you
style.
go.
I love it.
didn't know how I was going to be able
Hi-
to
You're done good.
to get my
You're
eye
done
poked
good.
or whatever. I was going to do it while you were talking, but then you were like, "Oh, you're moving your mic," and I was going to be like, "Oh, the mic is so far away," but
perfect.
it poked me in the eye.
You did it well.
Thanks, guys. Good job. Good job on naming that telenovela flop. All right, guys, we have got the good, the bad, and the ugly. So you do not want to go anywhere. Stick around. You're tuning in to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
What's up, guys? D-Mac here. Yes, 8 Mile Vodka. Don't tell me what, tell me who. The people behind this, born, bred in Michigan. 8 Mile Vodka, also born in Detroit, distilled in single 90-liter batches to allow for optimal quality control and care. Carbon filtered, aerated bottle at the perfect time to produce a subtle taste with smooth finish and a character. All its own exceptional premium vodka, chilled, straight, whatever way you enjoy it. So, if you like what's on the inside, and this is award-winning vodka from people from your state, and if you do drink responsibly, get it at Myers or order it anywhere that serves alcohol, but do it responsibly.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, let's get to the good, the bad, and the ugly. Something we like to do here every Monday. Who's going first?
Hit it easy.
Which one?
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Don't we have a little
Well, we're supposed
graphic?
Oh, video. I gotcha.
Oh.
I say
That's
my
your bad.
That
my,
is
my
bad.
That's
ugly.
your
My
bad.
ugly is this right
The
here.
good, no, that's the good. The good would have been my delivery, the tee up. The bad was the mess. The ugly is
That's okay.
if we
Ugly's
don't
on
have
my
it.
part. Yeah, I'm just uploading all the stuff in order now. We got
Everyone-
them last minute. I apologize.
The ugly is we don't have it. That's okay. I mean,
Matt could start as always.
I'll
Okay.
start if I have the graphics up because this is what Pilar was talking about. If you had the good of the week at Phil Mickelson winning
Oh, that's what
the
you were
PGA
saving it for.
Championship. And what's so good about it? Well, little birdie had the group bet for the majors and stuff like this. Do you have that ticket there easy you can pull up? Just to show everybody that Phil went off, I think, at
25,000.
there you go.
unbelievable.
Boom. There it is, folks. A little bit of
Look at that.
$12.50 winner chicken dinner. That's the good, the
On
bad.
a $5 bet.
On a $5
That's
bet.
sweet, man.
And
That is
so
a great call by
the-
whoever the hell put it in. That was a great call.
Yes.
Of your
Yeah,
gang.
well, I mean, like I told you guys, at the beginning of the year, you bet all the former guys that have won.
That's fun.
For
That's
$5. You know what I'm saying? To see if there's a repeat and stuff. The bad of the weekend, but wink, wink, the Capitals lost. Nope, that's the ugly easy. That's okay. Having a rough day. There it is.
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday. The bad is the Capitals wink wink lost 4 straight, are out in the playoffs. Why do I wink wink it? Because our boy Steve Yzerman, the wiser plan, bam, got the Washington Capitals. What does that mean with the Verona Anthony Mantha trade? We will be getting a mid first round pick from Washington.
How great is
Stevie
that?
does it again, so it's technically not bad. It's a wink wink bad.
Nice going.
And the ugly is a little preview. This is my boy Mongo giving it. That is real blood. We will get into it. He did a little corner action last night, but you know what? For the love of the sport, the most dangerous man in Michigan, that's Mongo. So that's my ugly dude doing it for love of the sport.
Is that his wrestling name, Mungo?
Yeah.
Me, Mongol.
Hey, it's hilarious because, yeah, exactly. The most dangerous man in Michigan. He's got a chain that's carried around. It's got a deer antler hanging on the end, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is scary.
Wow. See, I'm so excited to get to D-Max Wrestling that I feel like that should have been like at the
I
start
moved
of
it.
the. That should have been
No.
the start of the show. I couldn't. I know you want to talk
We
about
gotta
Phil,
get
and
to
I think
everything
that's
else
I had
great.
a couple of wrestling fans
I'm just-
hit me up because of what you've done.
Good.
And a couple of them
I
might even
love
call
this.
in.
Good.
Really? Oh, that would be great.
They
Yes,
might,
give
they
us
might
a
want to
call.
give their point of view on how D-Mac did.
I would love it, man. I'm
313.
always looking for, that's the best. When people ask me about different, here, we'll continue this, but here's the thing. You got to always show respect. Like, I'm not afraid. I'm not trying to be the best. I'm trying not to be the worst, but I want to show whether it's band, comedy, anything I get into, wrestling, whatever, that I respect it and I love it just as much as
For
they
sure.
do. And to hear from my peers and stuff like that,
Mac, you just
it's
amazed me.
great, but it's the work you put in. So
You don't stop, man.
You
not.
don't stop.
You never stop.
No,
Never.
No.
I can't.
You-
Won't
you
stop. Don't
don't
stop. We
stop.
got places to get this ship, baby.
I love it.
You
So,
grind, brother.
it.
I can't
The
wait to
original
do.
grinder.
I can't wait to play that video for you guys a little later on the show. But for sure, give us a call 313-552-6322. All right, are you gonna go next? Here we go.
I'd love to.
Easy. What do you have for us?
I have my good. Someone, Jake from YouTube, commented the good. Whatever Easy's smoking after my blender there.
Yeah, you look like it.
That's
You
amazing.
look like you're nice and steady.
See,
Yeah,
that's
someone said-
irresponsible, Easy. You have to be, you know what? You should never
ain't 421.
be like me. I'm never high. I'm always
420,
fully
whatever the hell it
medicated.
is.
So you know
Yeah.
what?
Vinny said too on social media. I think
You ain't
Easy
smoking
took
my
a
shit. I
hit
tell you
of
that
the
right now. 'Cause
D-Mac.
you ain't smoking my shit.
That is what happened last time, to be
That's hey, you learn your lesson.
Oh my God, good time.
Maybe it's
good
the problem.
time.
Why ain't you smoking my shit, bro? That's your problem. You be straight on point. All right.
Oh
Sorry,
my
man.
God. All
That's
right.
okay, man.
All right, you're
That's
up
okay.
next, my friend.
Hey,
What do you have for
there's
us?
plenty
Tina?
of good.
I
There's
mean,
so much good.
Tom.
There's so much good. But Matt got Phil, so I'm going to go NBA playoffs. I'm very impressed by how the NBA playoffs have started this year. Unbelievable great games, phenomenal stuff. LeBron losing. The only downside is Steph not beating LeBron the other night, and the Warriors getting knocked out by Memphis in overtime. But then Memphis goes and knocks off Utah. So the Knicks lost a heartbreaker. My girls were watching it with me. I so enjoyed watching that game with them at the Garden. 15,000 fans there. It sounds great. The Oregon is going. You got Spike Lee on the side. You got Trae Young going at him. It's like Reggie Miller against Spike Lee all over again. It was a great weekend of NBA. The bad are the Oilers, because the Edmonton Oilers can't get out of their own way. Look, I mean, Connor McDavid is he not top 3 player in the league, Mac?
Dude, he's the best.
He's the best.
No, he's
And
the best.
And he's playing with these guys, and he can't get out of his own way.
Here's the perspective, right? Where
Yeah.
it's glaring that it's the team around him, but against this playoff against Winnipeg Jets during the regular season in 7 games or 9 games, I can't either or. He had 22 points. He had 3 points yesterday. Was his first 3 of the series. So it just goes to show you it's a team game. I don't care how great your player is.
And they blew a 4-1 lead in the third period. I mean, with 8 minutes to go, they're up 2 goals. And they lose 5-4 in regulation. And play that Kenny Holland gif just to show the pain on this guy, what this guy's going through. Of course, he was here with the Red Wings, won all those cups here. And I know rules were different back then, but here's the GM now of the Oilers. And that's a good guy, man, right there. That's a good guy. I feel terrible for him. I feel bad for him, but that's my bad. The ugly, of course, is my ugly all the time. It's LeBron James. The guy just don't get it. I mean, you just don't get it. You'll never be Michael Jordan. You'll never be those kind of guys because you're a freaking whiner and a crybaby and a fake. And I don't like what you did to the NBA. So I hope you lose in 4 straight. Matter of fact, I bet the Suns on mybookie.ag to win in 6 games, and I got a pretty nice pay on that. But they might take them out in 5 games. We'll see. That's my ugly.
There you go, guys.
Good, Mac.
All right.
I like those.
I love the passion.
I
love
can't
the
stand
passion. We know.
Dude, hey, Pilar, secretly, listen, and Maz won't admit this, but LeBron James is secretly almost overtaking Tom Brady, where Tom Brady's put into, like, it's almost like he's been encrusted in this, and you know what? LeBron is going to go buy it, that Maz one day will say, I even hate LeBron James more than Tom Brady.
Do you
coming,
at the
guys.
moment? Who do you dislike
Oh, no,
more?
Brady's still the lead.
Brady's
just
still
saying,
there,
but
but what
the
I'm
thing is
saying is that he's getting, LeBron's
He is
getting
close.
closer.
It's like it's down the stretch. It's
It
Medina
is.
Spirit.
You didn't.
However you feel about LeBron James on the court and in the world of basketball, what he has done off the court is absolutely phenomenal. So
Yeah, big deal.
I don't know, but I just don't think Tom Brady hasn't done anything.
You know
To
what?
that
Other
caliber.
people
I
do
love
that.
Tom Brady.
Excuse me. Other players do that. They just don't get the accolades for it because they don't put themselves on video.
Well, but
They don't tell people what they do. They just do it.
right, but
Don't tell me what you do. Just do it.
I am a firm believer.
Tell me once, show me
that
twice.
Thank you.
I understand all that, and I understand what you're saying, and I don't necessarily disagree, but I also am a firm believer. Anything you can do to raise awareness and raise help for people, I'm not against. So
Neither am I.
If that's making him look like a saint and
That's fine.
making him look great, fine. Because what he's done, whatever his motivation was, whether it was just to do it to gain recognition or, congratulate him or whatever.
Maz recognizes that, but Maz's scale on likable or not is
Right.
Pilar, where that would be, a bigger thing to you. To him, it's not. He recognizes it, appreciates
Right.
it, love. Don't get it twisted.
Well, but I've done the other way around. Like, I have respected people on their sports, whether it's on the court or on the field, but completely have zero respect for them as human beings.
Antonio Brown.
Situations like that where I can say a player is
Yeah,
talented.
it's allowed to go both ways.
there's-
Maz proves that.
Multiple.
No, he proves that because that's, dislike this, but appreciate what he does off the court, but not like him because of the way he acts.
Right. All right, guys, it's
What
my
about yours?
turn.
Enough
All
about
right.
me.
Yep, let's talk about me. Just kidding. Just kidding.
What was that pasta dish?
What's that?
What was that pasta dish called? The salmon and Anthony? What's the pasta dish called? I was trying
a
to.
pasta
San Martino or whatever the hell it was.
I think it's a
San
San
Marino?
Marillo or
San
San.
Mar-
That sounds
maybe
like a
it's
wine.
San Marino.
Amarillo from Texas.
San Marillo.
San Marino's a country, Maz.
I know, bro.
I don't know. Somebody Google that pasta
You
dish.
can't
that I had.
practice
Well, it's not even a
Santeria.
pasta dish. It's like a
Ain't
dish
got
that you
no
put over
crystal
big
ball.
prongs.
Sorry.
I bet $1 million in a.
I'd spend it all. Anyways, you're good,
Okay.
you're bad, you're ugly.
All right, here we go. All right, so my good is Sebastian Vettel put up an exciting race this weekend in Monaco, overtaking Gasly to come in fifth. Unfortunately, because of copyrights, we weren't able to play the clip. But if you get a chance, I mean, it was just so exciting to see Sebastian Vettel back at what he is capable of doing again, just driving aggressively. I mean, there was a point that even Gasly said, I thought we were going to both end up in the harbor. They gave it their all. It was a phenomenal race. If you,
You
can
don't
go
hear
back,
that
watch.
much. You don't hear that often.
And not only that,
thought
you
we were
also
gonna end up
hear
in the wall. Thought we were gonna end up in the
but then you
grass.
hear
In the drink.
in the drink.
yeah, Gasly comes out and says, like, if I had the opportunity to do what Vettel did, I would have done the same thing. He was like, it was very well executed. Congratulations.
It's no Ford versus Ferrari,
You
though.
never have. No, it wasn't. But great race. I was kind of bummed to not see Sebastian Vettel in the top three in all the other races. But it was great to see him finish in the top 5 this week. So that was my good. My bad, well, I didn't have a bad because something else was really good for me. So I switched the bad to great. My great was that Max Verstappen won the Formula One race in Monaco. So I made a little bit of money on that one. Not
he the
much
usual?
because it's either him or Hamilton.
Right, so it's the
Who
usual.
it is.
He's
So
got
it's
the car.
usual.
Hamilton's
He's
got the talent.
the talent. Well, they both have the talent.
Yeah.
You can't take away
No.
talent from you give somebody an incredible car and they don't have talent, they're just gonna end up in the wall. But he's an extremely talented driver. But I just don't think that they can get any better than Hamilton. He's so good. But this Red Bull racing Honda car is incredible this year. So Max Verstappen won. My ugly, so all right, if I had to pick something bad this weekend, my ugly would be that our boy Tim, what?
Oh, I was
Fish.
going to say I have one for your ugly.
Oh, which
the,
one?
Bottas's team not being able to get his tire off.
Oh, yeah, that's ugly. But that
What was
didn't
that
impact
language
me.
that you just spoke?
Formula
Bottas, that's
One.
the driver.
The driver.
It was the.
They were speaking billionaire sport.
Fish, I
man.
love you.
They couldn't get the. There was the what's the thing? The wheel? What's
The nuts, the lug
well,
nuts
yes,
that
but
came up,
what's
or-
the device they use? It's the wheel something.
the drill? What are you
The
talking
jack?
about?
Yeah, the drill.
Okay.
It's
The thing that goes
device.
zzz.
Yeah,
Well,
the device.
here's the
Okay.
thing.
It
Here-
went into the wheel nut and it like hit the axle, so they couldn't get the wheel off.
Let me
It
give
was-
everybody a little
So
education,
they just had to
right?
pull him out of the race.
So in the Indy cars and the Formula One cars or whatever, there's one bolt. It's a zip. It's in and out. The tires 1 and 4. Where you see in a NASCAR where it's there's
Right.
6 of them. This one, the way that they have it, that's why they come off. So the drill got stuck.
How
in
many
the
are
middle.
in Formula One? Do
One.
you know? Just one?
Wow. How did they do that?
What? Because it's the way the
I didn't
cars
even
are set
pay
up.
attention to that.
One, maybe two. Yeah, no, but that's why they can.
One, maybe
why
two.
do you think they can do a 3-second, 4-second
Yeah,
pit
it's
stop?
so fast. I mean, insane.
And if you've never seen, like, you can watch it. The pit stops in sports at the
They're
highest
amazing.
level is a competition in itself.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It
I'd
is.
rather just watch that than the
It
race.
is. It's
to be
amazing.
perfectly
Now we
honest.
go to the track, and I can't
Yeah.
wait. Next weekend I'll be at Indy.
You're lucky, man.
Yeah, and be at Indy, and so anybody who's going to be down there, let
Good
us
for you,
know.
Mac.
Try to run into each other, but the
You're gonna have
fact
so much
is
fun.
you just watch the pits and you watch, the practice and all that stuff. And these guys, you watch these guys, like if you walk around and like the Formula One, the Indy cars, you can walk near the pits and stuff like this, and the guys will be practicing right there. You can
Why don't you
watch
grab
it.
us
It's
someone for
crazy.
Friday? Grab us someone from Indy for Friday.
I will.
Yeah, there
Oh,
go.
you will. Yes, do it.
All right,
Yes,
so then
good.
my
Thank you,
ugly
Madison.
was our local boy Tim Pierce did not make the cut,
Our rep.
but
Our rep.
yes, we love him so much, and I expect to see so much more from him. He's so young, he's so talented, but unfortunately, he didn't make the cut to
That's
to
okay.
continue playing.
He
But that's
was in the
okay.
PGA Championship.
That's to say, I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
He was able to get, what do you say, your ears wet or whatever?
Yeah.
Get wet behind the ears or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
even
yeah,
understand
that's one
that
too.
saying. Why do you say
Wet
get
behind the ears. Yeah, wet behind the ears. That means you jumped in the pool.
Sweat. Oh, okay.
Right?
Whatever
that means
the
that
saying
you
is or
jumped
however
in
it is,
the
but-
water. You
Yeah,
tested the
but
water.
He gave a very valiant effort, and hopefully we'll see him again in something real soon. So
We will.
yes, right. So
At worst, we'll see him at Birmingham Country Club.
right, yes, local
worst, you see
guy
him at
or
the range.
here.
Yeah.
We'll see him here hopefully. All right, guys, let us know what your good, bad, and ugly were for the weekend. You know, we'd love to hear from you guys. There were so many things going on in sports, so much going on. So, all right, when we come back, let's talk a little bit of NBA playoff talk.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
Playoffs. NBA. And Maz, you're absolutely right. It's been a very
Great.
exciting.
I got a lot of good
fun-
LeBron stuff for you guys.
Your favorite NBA player. All right, so stick around because you know it's going to be good. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. I'm trying to find me a shirt. Ooh, look at these swimming shorts. What are you doing over there, Stick?
I'm trying to find me a drink. Ooh, look at these bonfire bitters.
Ready for summer.
Let's go.
Morning, Art.
Morning, D-Mac.
As for our good friends at mybookie.ag. Baseball's in full swing, NBA playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs, golf. Who didn't bet on Phil Mickelson this weekend? I bet on him late, though. I did get a little bit. Anyway, you got to go to mybookie.ag and get those bets in. You can bet parlays, straight, do anything you want. Bet player props. Also, bet futures. If you think a team's going to win a series, you can bet it. There's odds on it, how many games it's going to take, etc. Regardless if you're betting the favorites or the dogs, you go to mybookie.ag and they got you covered. Don't forget, use that promo code Woodward. They'll match your first deposit halfway to $1,000 or Woodward 10. Adam is going to give you a free $10 play, so you can't even lose. You got to go to MyBookie. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, let's get into some NBA playoff talk. So much to talk about, so many clips to see and pictures to break down and laugh or make
It's all fun.
of.
Or
I
cry.
mean,
It's all
it really
good.
is. It really, really, really
What
is.
a great time
So,
of the year, eh, Mas?
It is, man. It's a sporgy.
memes.
But it is. It's a sporgy, but it's also too. The weather's starting to get nice,
Oh, yeah.
and I know this weekend was great, and now the fact that things are opening back up. But really, it's the intensity I think that we've seen early on, and especially the NBA playing games. These guys are for real, and whether whatever it's Chris Paul and LeBron James going at it. I always love when the stars. The intensity gets up. So
It's a star league. The NBA of any league, it's a star league.
It is. And to your point, mentioning it earlier, you know what? That it's amazing to see the young guys. Like, I'm sorry at your expense that Trae Young
Yeah,
hit
he
with
was great.
0.9
I
seconds
can't get
left
mad at
that
him.
shot. But the fact that the Knicks are in there, because a good Knicks team is great for the league.
Sure
the
is.
fact that the Nets, the top 3 stars, led them in scoring, which is what you expect them to score 80% of their points. But when they, it's time that the proof's in the pudding, and the NBA has definitely delivered.
No doubt. And I want to take you to the Lakers-Suns game yesterday. It was an afternoon game on national television in the middle of all this great sports. And it's LeBron against CP3. They got a little history going. And obviously, LeBron, he's going to put a show on. He's going to go overboard, as you saw our man Corey do on our Woodward Sports commercial. But anyway, let's take you back to LeBron on the free throw line late in this game. Check out a little bit of a scuffle coming up.
James missing again at the foul line. A whistle. James goes down hard to the court. Caruso and Payne get into it. Montrezl Harrell runs into Payne, and coaches leave the bench area as things become a little bit contentious here.
Well, it started with Chris Paul blocking out LeBron James when James was up in the air on the missed free throw. And then
Look at him. Big man.
There's Chris Paul blocking.
Here comes a little guy.
And that got called a foul.
A little guy, State Farm commercial. Yeah, LeBron writhing in pain. The other night, he got his eyes poked out by Draymond Green, and go on and on. Anyway, the Suns won that game, 99-90. Anthony Davis had a bad game. He took full responsibility. A lot of people on his ass saying if he doesn't lead this team, him and LeBron are at 1-2 in scoring and rebounds, they're not going to win. So we'll see how that series plays out. But there was a special ceremony after that game. I don't know if you guys caught it. Here it is.
And the Oscar goes to
LeBron James.
Oh, he's there too. Look at that.
And sixth nomination
Listen.
for
LeBron James.
The sixth nomination. Tom Hanks, how excited he was. Here he comes. Oh, that's great. It's good stuff.
That
oh, man.
is
He
great.
even grew his hair in for that event.
Oh,
that was
was good.
just phenomenal. And thank you to Twitter, the Twitter world, for that. I saw it on Today in Sports. I'm not sure who actually put that together. Whoever did, you're a genius.
It was good.
That was fun. And so there you go. That's one series. The other series was the night series, the Knicks and the Hawks. Knicks haven't been there in 8 years. They haven't won since I was 11 years old. And my daughters laugh. They're like laughing last night when I'm talking to them, and they just can't get over it. Daddy, at 11 years old, I wonder what I'm like, look at me now, girls. Look at me. Just look what I've turned into. I was 11 when the Knicks won, but it was great to see them back in the playoffs. And, of course, the Garden, 15,000 strong last night. 20 packs the place. They allowed 15 in, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the Garden, of course, they always got to chant their favorite player. This time they got to pick on Trae Young. Here's the Garden welcoming Trae Young to New York.
3 years, so they're psyched to be back in the postseason.
Hey,
can you hear that?
All class. Fuck Trae Young.
It's class. Fuck Trae Young. F Trae Young.
So what did he do?
Trae Young at the end of the game gave his FU to the Garden crowd.
Hey, so welcome to playoff basketball, huh? How about this for a debut?
Oh, yeah, it's fun. We're in the Mecca. We're in New York City, Times Square. Ain't no bigger stage, so it's fun playoff.
You know, Trey, what was going through your head when you look at the crowd and said, it's real quiet in this mug? Explain to the kids, what that feels like.
Yeah. Good question, Shaq. I think it was, you've been in the biggest stages. When you're, in the zone and everybody's chanting F you. I don't know if any of y'all had that, but I've had it a couple times. I had it in college and I had it again tonight. So, it got real quiet at the end. And for me, I wanted to hear those FU chants again.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Now, before that, I wanted Easy to play the actual game-winning shot. So you got
I know
that?
he did, but hey, since the fact he played that, you know what? Because you know what, you got to be careful, fans or whatever, because guys like Trae Young, and I'm not saying talent,
it motivates
mentality.
him.
That's the Mamba mentality. Is that you challenge me, I'm gonna do it just so I can stick it up your ass because I'll get the last. Fuck you back at you.
So here's how the game ended with 0.9 seconds left.
Here is Young.
finds his spot. Young on the floater, puts it in. Trae Young with a miraculous
shot. That's right.
Oh,
that's right, Spike Lee. That's right, Spike Lee.
There you go. Hey, I'm a Nick lover. I wasn't even mad at the game.
Mats, talk about that's
great play.
Mats, but all the respect, right?
Respect.
New York fans give you respect back, and it's just like
Reggie Miller. Remember that?
Hey,
I love Reggie Miller.
Right, next time,
he killed me, but I love him.
Next game will it be "Fuck you, Trae Young, we love you"?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
No. It'll be worse.
I know it's not.
It'll be louder.
It will be louder.
It'll be louder
because they want to get the end of it. Now it's just like a fight.
It's
but
all
I love
good,
the respect
man.
like
but
that.
I don't remember the NBA first round being this good, and I think it's the playing games that got it going.
I think so too.
You know, last week I wanted to ask on Me Gusta, No Me Gusta. NHL first round is better than NBA first round. I was going to put that in, but then I'm like, everyone's going to say, yeah, of course it is. But I'm telling you, the NBA might give it a run now if they could make something out of this.
And stuff.
I dig it.
But I mean, you have to like the little asterisks. Are you considering play-ins playoff time?
Yeah, I do, but they don't.
Yeah, they don't. But I kind of feel like it is
I do.
too.
You're playing.
I mean, don't you play it? Yeah,
I do, and Maz, you got a great point there because I would be like last week. I would have been, "What are you talking about?"
Right.
But I think it's with the new flux, the Devin Booker's getting the chance in
what a
Phoenix.
player.
What a game!
Piston
All
should have
these
been.
young kids, this Trae Youngs, all these kids we've seen in college are now getting some of the shine away from like LeBron, and LeBron's sort of hanging on like. Back to the LeBron play, he probably went down and hit his elbow. But the fact is that when you try to embellish it and you go down and hurt yourself, you get back up and you're like, okay, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you try to blow it off.
He does it all the time.
I know.
Yeah, he needs to be careful because one of those times he's gonna really.
He's the boy that cried wolf.
But he's gonna really hurt himself.
Last point. Here's the thing, right? The fact that the NBA is proving it's not just LeBron James's league. It's gonna bring fans like myself back to the game.
Yeah.
I love it.
To watch everything.
And I'll tell you, last week I told you my favorite thing to watch is the NBA on TNT. NBA Today on TNT.
Yeah.
You got Shaq in one corner, you got Ernie Johnson, and you got Kenny the Shark, you got the Jet, and then you got the man, Charles Barkley, at the end. And yesterday, Shaq and Barkley, here we go again. Let's just play the cut. Shaq dropping a dime on Charles Barkley.
So great. Oh, so great.
It is good. Snitches get stitches.
I thought they did a good job on Bill and Westbrook. They played really good defense.
Ernie, sorry to interrupt. I know snitches get stitches, but he was not watching the game. And I have proof. I'm just saying.
Who?
You weren't watching the game at all. Look at him, Ernie. He was not watching the game. So do not go to him.
That must have been during a commercial break. That was going to have to be.
Look at him,
Nice, young man.
Look at him, Kitty. Ernie, don't ask him.
How good is that? Then Charles goes to explain he had a late night. He was shooting a commercial in the heat. And by the way, he fell asleep during the game. And that's okay with me.
Oh, my gosh. You know what, though? Like, there is one thing that I learned when I was working on Deal or No Deal. Never, ever fall asleep. The mean things that people used to do. And I was always like, it's in my culture. We take siestas. And we were there from 7 o'clock.
Be in your
You made
culture.
a word out of it. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I want to be in your culture. I want to be in the Italian culture. I want to be that culture.
He wants a siesta. He wants a...
There's nothing better than a siesta.
But there's not. But it makes sense.
You're talking to a guy who took one for his whole career.
Yes.
Right?
You wake
Days
up
naps
early.
are the key. If I could have a 3-hour nap every afternoon.
You wake up early. You get your majority of the work done. Then you eat, take a nap.
Oh.
Right?
So good.
Wake up, you feel good, you feel refreshed, and then you finish the next half of your day. Like it's
And stay up late for the playoff game.
You're just so much more productive versus like, oh man, it's midday slump. Let me go drink a coffee. Like, no way. Give me a big old bowl of pasta. I'm gonna go to sleep. Like, I'll get much more done that way. But
Have you ever had energy drinks to stay awake?
Oh, God, no. One time I accidentally took, well, I didn't accidentally. I drank. I was really,
But
really
you're talking
thirsty.
to Pilar, who if you
I
put
drank-
a grain of,
I
if you
can't
put a
have caffeine.
nanogram, which is a picogram, which is a trillionth of a gram in her body, she will have a reaction.
Of caffeine. one time I was really, really thirsty, and the only thing I had in my refrigerator were 2 Red Bulls, and I'm not even really sure how they got there, but I was remodeling my condo at the time, so I couldn't even drink tap water. I don't know why, but I don't know if it was safe to drink or not, but I don't know. So I drank those 2 Red Bulls, and I just chugged them. And I don't even drink, I drink decaf coffee, and I can't even tell you, I must have ripped out all my floors and put them all back in, like, in the same day, and my little heart was, like, pounding out of my chest. I thought it was good. What's that?
Without a siesta.
No, there was no siesta that day. There was, like...
I've never had an energy drink, ever.
Don't ever do
Ever.
like,
And I know the young generation, you guys live on them, easy.
It was awful.
I don't
what
see you
it
drink
did to
them.
my heart.
I don't
like,
see Easy drinking, but I can picture you chugging them.
He did drink them one time. I switched them out a regular coffee. I said, if I bring you a coffee, will you switch out this thing? They're just so bad for your heart.
Yeah, I was laughing that day because D-Mac asked me if I wanted coffee. I was like, I'm good. I got one of these energy drinks. And then next thing you know, Pilar comes around the corner. And she's like, you can't be drinking those. They're bad for you. And she comes back with the black coffee.
Yeah.
How about Jeff? Jeff,
am I good? Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, I'm a Red Bull guy. I love Red Bull. So
Really?
I don't drink it often, but as my age, it's
Does it
little
make you
refreshing.
jittery?
I think probably not me, just because I'm 21.
you've drank
so
it
I can
already.
go. Yeah, I've been doing it for a
Well,
while.
I mean, I
but,
was like 25 at the time.
but I'm not much of a coffee guy, so it just depends. Like people like coffee, some people like energy drinks.
Let's see Jeff
know.
here,
I
Easy.
can't do
We
it.
haven't seen him.
It's not working right now.
Okay, we'll get that fixed.
I can't do it, but
How about fish?
Dink on social media said Pilar just subtly admitted she doesn't drink tap water. I'm so afraid of drinking tap water. I don't know what's safe or not safe. Like I grew up in a culture that was always like, when I grew up, you can't drink that tap
So you didn't
water.
drink out of a hose, I suppose.
Well, when I was in Texas, I did, but not out of a tap because in my
What do
mind,
you think the hose is?
it was probably the same thing. I'd probably drink toilet water, but there was something in my mind that my mom always said, like drinking out of the tap, the water was not okay. So in my mind, I always think like, oh, I have to ask, can I drink tap water? And I guess Detroit tap water is great.
It's supposed to be the best.
I don't know. In my mind, it's just something.
Fish, how about you? Are you an energy drink kid?
No, never really had one.
I've never had one. Have you had one?
I've not.
So you and me have never had one. Meet Mac.
I had one
I
by
don't even want
accident.
to think of you on an energy drink.
Oh, every now and then.
Really?
Fire one every now and then, but I'm a coffee guy. You know that.
Would you do one? Would you do a couple before a wrestling
nice
match?
hybrid, Steve. What?
Do a couple before a wrestling match? Would that do it for you?
I don't really need to.
I know that.
I'm already amped. Anyways, I'm not against them. I mean, I'll throw.
Could you
They got
focus
these
on
bang. Like there's stuff more. I'm more into the my favorite drink is I call it a Mount Raid. I created it. It's Mountain Dew and Powerade.
Mountain Dew already is already a
on
pump you
Mountain
up.
I love
Mountain Dew, man. Gets
I
you
love
jumping.
Mountain
Getting jumping. Shout out to my man Joe
So
Graham.
that's it. So power drink. No, I'm fueled by me and Ricky Bobby. Told you. Fueled by Mountain
So
Dew.
I think Charles might have to start doing a couple of Red Bulls or something to get him going. But that's a great show.
Crazy, it is.
Great NBA
I love how
season.
Shaq
Keep
prefaces
going.
it with snitch. I know
Snitch is
snitch.
good.
I know
Snitch
snitch
is
is good. Snitch.
I love
know.
that show. That show's great.
I love that show. I love their chemistry, but I really do love Shaquille O'Neal. He's just so funny.
No matter what he does, you're gonna watch it.
It's amazing.
You're gonna watch it.
And
The
no
guy's
matter
a
what
superstar.
Yeah, no matter what he does, or even when anything he says is funny. Even I
I've
feel
got
like
the
when he's not
ticket
trying
for
to
us.
be
The Rock as president, Shaquille O'Neal as his vice president.
Oh.
I'd vote that all damn day long.
I'm Canadian and
my
I'd vote for that.
gosh.
My
Wow.
God.
That would be
Please,
something
give us that.
else. All right, guys. That would be wild. That would be wild. You're going to make our social media like blow up
The
right
Rock
now.
and Shaq.
Keep letting us know your thoughts on our social media at Woodward Sports across the board. And of course, you can always give us a call 313-552-6322. Coming up next we're 2 segments away. So start getting close to the phones to giving us a call for our Get Home with Hall Financial for your chance to win a $100 gift card to Lashish or Detroit Wing Company.
Let's go.
Yes. Start giving us a call. The time is coming up real close. Don't go anywhere. Tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Hey friends, did you know that Sun RV Resorts has over 160 RV and camping resorts in the U.S. and Canada, where guests can enjoy water parks, lazy rivers, miniature golf, restaurant, bars, and even Wi-Fi if they want to stay connected. With locations from the Florida Keys to Myrtle Beach to San Diego Bay and Petoskey, Michigan, guests can enjoy the outdoors at a Sun RV Resort. Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. Keep joining in on the conversations on our social media at Woodward Sports. And, of course, you can always give us a call. 313-552-6322 is our number. So, Maz, before you get to the sports update, my husband sent me a text message and said, clearly, you're not the cook in our household. He said it's called San Remo.
San Remo. Thank you. Thank you, Chef Extraordinary, Body Bodacious, Mr. Big Tone.
Stud.
Yeah, from the kitchens of Birmingham. Probably got both babies in both hands right now. He's probably doing all the stuff as he's cleaning the toilet.
He's probably taking them on a walk.
Don't worry. Hey,
I'm sure he cleaned the house already for you.
Great job.
Have dinner ready for you.
Okay, now you guys are taking it too far. Come on.
After the way you treated him when he had COVID.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have gotten COVID.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, that's right. That's why he's still cleaning the house and taking care of the kids and making all those meals, because he's picking up the slack from when he had COVID. Self-induced.
He's self-induced just to get a break from all the work you have him doing. That's why he did it.
Dink said everyone was Googling salmonella pasta.
Dink, they serve that in Canada, don't they? Don't they serve that in Manitoba?
Yeah, we put ketchup on it, and it's good. It's called mac and cheese.
It was close to San Marino, right? It was
Hey, Mac,
San
those ketchup potato chips are the best.
It wasn't even
Shreddies.
Delicious.
Suck it, you guys don't have them.
Delicious.
San Remo. All right, Mads, hit us with your sports update.
You got it, Pilar. Brought to you by mybookie.ag. Use Woodward as your promo code. They'll match your first deposit halfway up to $1,000, or Adam's giving you money. Woodward 10, you get a free $10 play. I got 3 more locks for you coming up. Tigers start a 7-game homestand tonight. The Tribe is in town for 3, followed by the Yankees. I'll be there for those games this weekend. Mac's going to be at Indy. I'll be at Comerica Park. Spencer Turnbull gets the ball tonight, fresh off his no-hitter, 7-10 for the first pitch. 8, how about full capacity on June 8th at Comerica Park? So, if you like buffer seats like I do and buffer sections, you better go to as many games as possible before June the 8th, because it's going to get crowded in there. Tigers are playing good. NBA playoffs, 2 games tonight. The Bucks up 1-0 They host the Heat, and the Nuggets and Blazers from Denver. Portland up 1-0. Sad news, former MSU basketball star Keith Appling arrested today. He was in Chelsea, and they caught him there, and he did have a gun on him. They brought him in for connection to a fatal shooting in Detroit just a couple of nights ago on Saturday night. That's not good news. 5 games in the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. It's the Penguins and the Islanders from Pittsburgh. That series tied at 2. Leafs and Canadiens from Montreal. They're deadlocked at 1. Panthers host the Lightning. Tampa Bay trying to close it out, up 3-1. The Jets will probably close out the depleted Oilers. They're up 3-0. 50-year-old Phil Mickelson won the PGA Championship, the oldest player to ever win a major, 8 years after his last major win. The next one up, the only major that he hasn't won, trying to get the Grand Slam, the U.S. Open. And we take you back to 1988 on this day in sports, another great basketball game, this one at the old Boston Garden. It's the Celtics and Atlanta. This one goes down to the wire. It's Bird against Dominique in a classic.
Attempting to break free, stays with it, and the foul is called. The continuation. Once we're up by 7. Dominique hits a 3. Lead to Bird off the fake, improves his position, and the Celtics. Wilkins ties it for Bird, cuts the field goal.
Type of game of who's going to blink first.
Wilkins responds, and he is tied
between the two of them.
It's Bird's turn, and the Celtics have the lead, and then gets it back. And Dominique high off the glass. That's it. Bird for the layup. Miss, and that's it.
$34 for Bird, $47 for Dominique Wilkins. Never got past the Eastern Conference semifinals. That was a Game 7. That was classic. Of course, they go on and play the Lakers again, as usual. And a happy birthday, we said to Chris Draper earlier. Well, the little ball of hate, another Red Wing, another former Devil, a great Devil. Pat Verbeek, 57 years young today, the little ball of hate. Mac, tell me a little about my man, please.
Dude, that's Stevie's right hand, and he's the one thing that you got to understand is they obviously have had this relationship developed back in the Tampa days. So he's been Steve Eisman's right hand for when he was down in Florida for the last 4 or 5 years anyways. So when he came back here, he brought Pat with him. Pat Verbeek, one of the we used to call him the little ball of hate because, he, not the biggest guy, but
don't screw with him.
Relentless. And why the Detroit Red Wings will be successful, why the Tampa Bay Lightning were. It's because of the work these guys put in. Now, because of all the championships and the cups that we won, and when Pat Verbeek was here, it was sort of like in the buffer years that when we didn't win cups, so it's unfortunate, but he's as big a part of this organization as anything, and that's Stevie's ear. So that's as important of a guy to this organization as there is. I sort of put him, that Drapes is here and Stevie's here and Pat's in the middle, but he's like the vice president.
What a great
He'd be
combo.
your Shaquille O'Neal.
What a great combo. And an original New Jersey Devil, I might add.
Well,
and,
that must be it, Maz.
Happy 58th birthday to a favorite here in Detroit, former general manager of the Pistons, and, of course, a Hall of Famer. Joe Dumars, 58 years today. Joe Dumars, as the great Ken Calvert used to call out at the Palace. 58 years young. Love that guy, and I wish he was still here, to be honest with you. Yeah. Kind of disappeared after the Pistons kind of broke up. They broke up the band, and they let Joe go, and really hasn't been the same.
Yeah. Well, it's a new regime, 2021, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, but it's okay to feel sad. Happy birthday, Joe.
Yes, happy birthday.
Puff a cigar.
Hey, Fish, so social media has hooked us up, Fish. We just were informed that each wheel has a single central nut in Formula One. And then there's 3 people per wheel. Yeah. 3 people per wheel during the pit. One operates the gun, one for the wheel on, and one for the wheel off.
Yeah, so it wasn't the gun that was wrong. It was the actual wheel, or the axle and the wheel, I think.
Interesting.
Because they tried, if you watch it, they tried several different guns.
And they couldn't get
it.
Fish, you ever been to a big race?
I've not been to a big race.
We got to get you.
I watch them on TV.
Mac, we got to get him.
Well, the Grand Prix.
What would be your dream race?
Do I have to say one?
No.
I honestly would rather watch them on TV. I think they're more exciting on TV.
You don't want to be in a pit?
I don't know.
You don't want to be on pit row? Watch those guys do it?
Possibly, maybe.
I mean, pit row, that would be very...
So if you're asking me if someone gave me tickets, would I deny them? Probably not.
Okay, cool.
If I knew there was a big racing fan, I would give it to them. But if I didn't know a big racing fan, I would take them.
Well, the Detroit Grand Prix is coming up. Maybe we'll take you.
Grand Prix is...
Maybe we'll take you.
When's the Grand Prix?
And for all that
coming up in June.
It's, second weekend in June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, while D-Mac's going to be at...
that stuff
that's this weekend that you're leaving.
Yeah,
Indianapolis 500 this weekend.
But yeah, no, to be down there, even where the other races are going on, or on other days, just to walk around and see all the stuff where you don't have to watch the race to go home and watch the race or stuff like this on the next day, but just to see the environment, I think that's what it's all about.
Hey, Fish, who's the defending champ of the Indy? Find that out for us.
I will.
For the next break.
Yep.
All right, Paula.
All right, so let's talk about Comerica Park. The Tigers are going to be allowing full capacity starting June 8th. Oh, my goodness. I don't think anybody is more excited about this news than Tom Mazaway.
I'm just ready. Look how great sports looks. Look how great.
He doesn't care about the other people. He cares that this guy's not going to walk up to him and tell him to put his mask on.
You don't care. You don't care that,
no.
Like, you don't want your space? I kind of like
I do.
the space.
I'll find space. Comerica, no, they're not going to fill the place. It's the Tigers.
That was going to be my question. When are they actually going to reach capacity?
When they're good.
Because I told the morning wood, they're like, June 8th. I'm like, no, I mean capacity.
No.
Like,
well, listen,
Right.
this weekend the Yankees are here.
Yeah.
If this was in June on the 8th, you'd have capacity. Because they come out to see the other team. If you want to see a good team, you're going to come out and they're going to pack the place. If the Tigers are playing good and they're very worthy of watching right now, they're playing really good. They could have easily swept the Royals this weekend.
Well, the record doesn't say that.
No record, but it's coming on. I could see it. You
Okay.
could see it, that they're playing better. This isn't the team that you're going to see in the following years. But this pitching staff is coming around. And tonight, you got the kid again. You got Spencer Turnbull. He might be pitching for some other team by the All-Star break. This is a guy that they've said, and you heard Lynn Henning last week saying, this is a guy they showcase to the other teams to get players here that can hit the ball. Because obviously we need that.
Yeah.
So that's when you would see, if the Yankees were June 8th, you would have 40,000 at Comerica. Easy.
Well, are you a season ticket holder, Maz, or you
I'm not.
just buy?
I'm not. I just go to
buy
games.
randomly?
Yeah, I go to games, and I'm lucky I have good friends that have tickets. Aunt Kathy gave me her tickets for this weekend. Got to take the girls. Drew, I go with Drew Lane. He takes me up to the Champions Club. I have my media credential. I go to games and cover the team as well.
Do you still have to wear masks outside there?
No.
You don't
do
have
not.
to.
No more masks
Because
at
some
Comerica.
places, I would say some places they're still saying, like, you still need to wear masks, or their businesses are still
Right.
wearing masks.
Comerica
indoor
people that
and
work
outdoor.
there are wearing masks. But I think June 8th, I think the mask is going to be off. I hope. Mac, do you think the same?
Yeah,
It's outdoors.
I don't know. I believe, and it's still people will do with what they do, but I think it's more of an understanding to, like the event I was at the other night. It was more of a comfortable, no mask. I think people are becoming more comfortable because of where we're at.
I went to I went to Kroger this weekend, like I always do. I live at Kroger. I did not wear a mask this time. I did not wear a mask, and I felt okay. I had some people looking at me, but then I saw some other people that didn't have masks, and you kind of had that look to each other. yeah. And then
It's
the
like
other
the
people,
old before the weed was legal. That's like
exactly.
yeah.
You looked at each other, but the ones with the masks, I kind of like, I just looked away.
Yeah, it is going to take. I'm
take a
seeing some
while.
of the comments on social media where, it's a little odd, even when you're the one who's not wearing the mask.
Yeah,
and
it is odd.
when you see somebody. You're wearing a mask. I still, like I said, I'm still going to wear a mask for a while,
That's
right?
fine.
But sometimes I see other people without a mask, and I'm like, oh, well, I know you don't have to. But then I wonder, like, do you feel weird? Do you feel vulnerable? Do you feel exposed?
I don't feel vulnerable. I feel like you're looking at me like I'm an asshole, a mask hole.
For not wearing
one. But other than that, I'm ready, man. It's time.
No, I get it. But it's going to be that minute of like, okay, they're not wearing it, so I see two people not wearing it. Now we're all not wearing it. So I think that at sporting events, though, is where you're going to see the majority of the people not wear masks.
Yeah, I think
that area is going to be a little bit less.
June 8th, it's Katie Bardador. We're coming in. It's coming in.
Wow.
And I want to play you a cut, actually, from CNN. And it takes you back to last night's Knicks game. 15,000 fans at the Garden for the first time. And New York, let's face it, New York has taken it on the chin. You got businesses moving out. It's been a horrible run for them with COVID. But CNN did a nice little thing right in front of the Garden. Let's take a listen to it.
The crowd at Madison Square Garden in New York City, the latest sign of a return to normalcy after the coronavirus pandemic. 15,000 diehard Knicks fans gathering under one roof in the arena for the first game of their playoff series against the Atlanta Hawks, the largest event indoors in the state of New York since the pandemic began. Knicks owner James Dolan said that about 90% of the crowd is vaccinated, and that proof was required upon entry, either proof of vaccination or proof of a negative test within a 72-hour period. Fans I spoke with said they feel comfortable with the guidelines in place.
The city's back. The tri-state area is back. It's a great feeling. We could get back to our regular lives and move on.
Obviously, we're being safe, taking the right precautions. As long as everyone's vaccinated, I see no problems with letting in as many people as possible using the right safety precautions, because at the end of the day, everyone needs to be safe. But obviously, everyone here still loves their Knicks. So we got to get as many people in here as possible.
The excitement here at Madison Square Garden is twofold, of course. First, the fact that fans are allowed to go back to sports the way that we're used to. And dare I say, it does feel a little bit normal out here, at least by our typical standards. And then, of course, the fact that the Knicks are actually pretty good. Fourth seed in the Eastern Conference, making it into the playoffs when they haven't won a playoff series in close to a decade. All in all, very good night to be a Knicks fan in New York City.
Carol.
And I like it that the reporter actually did it without a mask on, too,
Without a
which
mask,
kind of is cool
yeah.
because I was done with that as well. And
So
you're
you
looking
didn't
at a
take
guy
it.
who I bought in. I wore masks.
You had to, whether you bought
Of course.
it or not. You had
No, but
to.
I
It
did.
was
I
like the
totally
law.
did buy in. And I know they protected you. I know that. But it comes time when you got to let it go and get back to life.
Sorry, joking here.
So the
they
thing
don't
that she-
necessarily protect you. They protect other people. They protect you from your spit going to other people.
Then we'd have to wear them
As
for
you
our whole
just-
lives.
We're gonna spit all over Tom.
I was just spitting all over
Matt,
Tom.
So that's why you let that whole comment that the Knicks haven't won a playoff game in a decade. You let it slide there. That's why all the Knicks fans let it slide
we
there
don't care.
instead of telling
We
her
understand.
go after stuff.
A decade. I mean, it's been since 1973, bro.
Okay.
It is. It's
50 years.
nice to see things starting to feel like they're going back to normal. But the reporter was still keeping her distance.
She was.
That is something I feel like I might always keep. I don't even like now. I feel like I'm really socially awkward. I'm used to hugging people when I first see them, and now I'm like, are we hugging? Are we not hugging? Like air hugs?
get
What
it.
are we doing here? It really a year of doing something. Talk about.
I go in for the hug. I'm a hug guy.
Are you? Yeah. Fish.
Takumi Sato won the 2020 Indianapolis 500.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Hey guys, we're going to be playing our world famous Get Home with Hall Financial Sports Trivia when we come back. So
If they
start
call
giving
in.
us a call, 313-552-6322. You want to get in on this. You want to get in on your
Bunch of
chance to
wusses.
win 100. Well, don't discourage them, Tom Mazaway. You want to get in on
Not
your chance
discouraging
to
them,
win
calling them out.
$100 gift card to either Lashish or Detroit Wing Company. So give us a call. Let's have some fun. 313-552-6322. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bell here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Drake Bell.
Ever since Corey's been wearing this LeBron James jersey around the network, it's been falling down a lot. And you know, really, that's it. Dan Campbell is going to be the man for the Lions. Don't you agree, Corey? I didn't even touch you.
I love that. I don't think I can get enough of that. He's our own Kenny Mayne, that kid, Corey Woods. Hey, guys, it's Maz for Hall Financial. Have you had your free Hall Financial 5-minute mortgage checkup yet? Why the hell not? Let's go. Get on it. You can get rates in the twos and save yourself hundreds of dollars each month. Hall Financial is fast. They do all the heavy lifting for you as well. So go to davidhallmortgage.com right now to get started. Hall Financial, lower payments, better options, more personal attention. Tell them we here at Woodward Sports sent you.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Guys, it is time for us to play our Get Home with Hall Financial Sports Trivia at 313-552-6322. Give us a call for your chance to win a $100 gift card to either Lashish or Detroit Wing Company. All you have to do is answer all 4 trivia questions correct, and you get your choice of which gift card you would like to get. I'm going to tell you guys want to call. These are not difficult questions, guys. Give us a call, 313-552-6322. In the meantime, D-Mac, you never have a dull moment in your life.
Never stops.
Never stop. You never fail to amaze me. But when I saw this video that you sent us over the weekend of your wrestling debut, I said, this guy, is there anything you don't do? No.
It's a
Nothing
bucket
I won't
list.
try.
Nothing you won't.
Except this is what I've done, Pilar, is I've quit doing the things that used to kill me. I figured it out and do the things that'll only make me better,
Nice.
or the things that I enjoy, and everybody who knows me knows I'm a professional wrestling geek. You know, I got the Wrestling Perspective podcast with the former baseball guys, Dimitri Young, Jason Kendall, Lars Fredrickson, the lead singer of the punk band Rancid, Petey Williams, who's also Canadian but a 2-time TNA champion, and Dennis Farrell, and my boy J.R. Adams, obviously the stuntman and a good buddy of mine, and I just love what goes into it. But I realized that, you know, it never really dawned on me, but the ability now, how much I love it, and they talk about the forbidden door, they talk about AEW, you know, crossing over. What it really means to anybody out there is that when I see win-wins, when I see people trying to rise other people up, and I want to be a part of it. So the Extreme Independent Professional Wrestling here in Michigan, and so Rhino, who's a WWE wrestler, his name's Terry Guerin, he's from Monroe. Him and Gary Paulette have been great friends for a long time. We do a bunch of stuff with them. So to be able to get into the ring, and I was supposed to do something over a year ago, but the one thing is that no matter what I try, Pilar, you have to give it the utmost respect. So you have to put the time in. And the one thing is that it's important is that you can try everything, but you have to give it the proper respect. So through my boy Jay and a few of his friends, we're able to do the training, and so this is where I realized, right? So you got to figure yourself out. If I'm going to preach to you, and this is Darren McCarty, because there's 3 stages of Darren McCarty. There's Darren McCarty, there's Mac, and then there's D-Mac, right? The D in D-Mac stands for Dick. So that's where it sort of comes from. So this is Darren McCarty when he gets philosophical, when he gets, you know, rehab, dad, lessons, whatever like this. But is to realize that there is a place for all of us. So D-Mac gets to be the wrestler. So, Easy, which clips do you have here? Do you have the pre-clip?
Yep.
So we're going to play my little we're going to play the pre, then we'll play the match, and then we'll play the post. So this is yesterday be involved, and for me, this is a bucket list. This is me showing you that, remember, Chris Draper's 50 today. I'm 49. But still, Phil Mickelson's winning PGA championships. Darren McCarty's bucket list and getting in the ring, because it's about showing it that respect. So I want to share this with you because, man, this was a highlight in my life. So here we go. Mac. Well, the D in D-Mac stands for Dick. Anyways, what you're seeing right now, XICW, yes, the wrestling promotion has allowed D-Mac to have some time. So I will be managing out there to make sure there's no shenanigans. With the fun-loving criminals, we are going to go at it. My boy Rhino, this is coming to fruition. Oh, and by the way, I got gear. I ain't fucking around. So, this is the beginning, May 23rd, of the new voyage. Don't mess around. The fun-loving criminals, because D-Mac is one of them. So this is the one match where we started out, and this is just to show a little bit of the ring work and stuff where, you know, it's the utmost respect. So that's called the wrist lock there. Turn them over, and it's to understand how this is all done. Oh, you hates doing that, Pilar. Raking the arm, couple shoulders. You got to always go in there. Boom. Give them that. Oh. Yeah, take the air out of them, off the ropes. Boom, big shoulder, it's where your arm is. Then pin them, and yeah.
That was a good one right
guy,
there.
But watch, this is the smartest, this is what I said. Watch what happens here. So I'm going for the tag. Ref's telling me don't grab the hair. I apologize to him. Oh. Well, that's the smartest member of the Purge. And there's Big J, Eddie Venom right there into the ring and that. So that was getting the chops. So the end, easy have the other one. Yeah, so it's all important, right? So my wrestling character is D-Mac 420, right? And I got the finisher. Obviously, I got the I got the finisher with the big left and stuff, but you know what? I don't want you to be confused. This is not a Stone Cold Stunner. This is called the D-Max Stoner. Stay tuned. Watch this. I don't need the chair. Hold it away from him. To the left, and then it's bam!
Nice.
And then you got to play the crowd.
I love your shoes, by the way.
I love this. No, I love everything about this.
Here it is. Oh, from behind. And then you pull the jersey over his head. Like, this is such a highlight. You bury him, pose for the pictures. Couple big uppercuts. Oh, and then to give your buddy Rhino.
Give him a wedgie.
No, then a gore. Boom, and he gets gored.
Good night.
And then you got to clear the ring and make sure everybody goes. So for everybody who is involved, and the motivation for me is to show the respect, to be able to get behind it, but also all these young kids, all the guys that who are out there, no matter what age they are, giving their body, their soul, their love. I love the passion, and to be included in that family, I am forever grateful, and they're a new part of my family. So I telling Easy he's more than welcome, but I'll be doing at least try to train once a week. Chad told me I was out of shape too, so and he's right. I need to get into the gym.
So how often are these wrestling matches?
They're now that everything's coming back out, they'll happen more often. So Easy, you have the finale there, the last out. So this was important that I got the post match of after the stunner of how it really felt, and this I think captivates everything. So, all right, boys, D-Mac here right after the bucket list first match with the Final Criminals. And anyways, you know what? What a blast. Yes, XICW, check it out. The 4-way. We're going to do it again with a 3-way, but gosh, this is love. This is family. When I say it may not be your blood, but your family can be chosen. This is where it is. Here. Right, love wrestling. Thank you for letting D-Mac be a part of it.
Thank you, D-Mac. Let's go. I got the belts.
Well, I stole him from Rhino, but that's just because I figured it out. He didn't want to carry him around, so that's what it is. So everybody who was there, we do that checkout for it's over at that one's at Hot Rocks on Sundays over in Troy. There's usually a couple different events, one in the afternoon and one in the evening. So
that's sweet.
Blood and guts, giving it back, and you know what? It's the community. Right? It's like we're talking about Woodward Sports, talking about being about the people, what this network, what the hook, the compassion when we first started talking, Pilar, about what this show is be about. That's just another world. It reminds me a lot of the cannabis. It reminds me a lot of the sporting. It reminds me of the passion of the people. So anybody who's involved, give us a shout and tell me why you love wrestling.
What's harder, Mac? That or playing hockey?
That.
That's what I was going to ask you.
See, and here's the brilliance, right? So I think it's a lot of the reason why I think that the terminology is because of the passion that I give into it. But what it is just learning, how to position the hands. And when you understand it's about taking care of your opponent, right? And the way, the amazing is to watch, like when I did that D-Max Stoner, the stunner, whatever, like that, right? To watch Aaron, the way that he sold it. So watch, just to be able to choreograph, boom, so it looks gut shot, and then boom, he's on my back. So the way that he sells it with the head and stuff like that, it's all about it. It's about part of the show, and the best part about the live little house shows like that is the people are part of it. So my favorite part is being in the manager outside and talking to the people and yelling at people and trying to get in the way. I'll do a few moves and like that, but it's just being around and being a part of it.
Now we're going to do a little bit more practice before we give that to TNT. Am I correct?
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right. We're going to
we did. All they got to know is on the radar because Mass, we're not trying to get in. We're trying to get behind the microphone, so they know that if they had to show me in, like if somebody chirps me behind the booth, right, then I'll get in there, give them a stoner. Like I got a stoner. You don't want to, all that stuff.
Right. Were you nervous doing this?
You know what? It was.
I don't think he's ever nervous.
Here's the thing, and this is what I said that I'm the choreographer, is how beforehand what was so interesting is when we're all talking together, both teams, both groups, and then they're choreographing how they want to play it out. Now, it depends on time, and to hear them, the more veteran it is. But no, it was, I guess, Pilar, I don't get nervous, I get excited, right? So it's that nervous excitement
gets you nervous.
But you have to channel that moment of unsureness. So, but I'm used to putting myself in that position, right? I'll step out and do comedy. I'll step out and do the band. So I'm not, and it's not about being the best. It's about not being the worst.
But this
it's
is
just about
also,
being,
I mean, you could really hurt somebody, right? Because even though you could really hurt somebody.
And that's the whole thing. So you learn the respect they have for each other.
Right. That would make me more nervous than anything. Even like, when you played hockey and it was your job to go out there and beat people, yes, it was to beat them up, but it wasn't really to.
Yeah, but I was trying to hurt them more than you're trying to do here. Here it's more like a dance. You know what I'm saying? I love the behind the.
How tiring is it though?
It is.
Yeah.
Like when I came out from
like
doing
a
that
2-minute
mix,
shift versus that.
2-minute shift
at the end of a game.
Oh, really? I would.
In a playoff
2-minute
game.
shit, dude. Man, you get caught out there.
Yeah.
And thank goodness they changed that icing rule after I retired.
Yeah.
Where now, Polari and icing in hockey, you have to stay on the ice if you're the defensive team. Before, you never did. You just ice it to get off the ice.
Oh, easy. What do you have for us?
How did the guys say you did? Like, did you hurt anyone, or like were you good? Like, what was their critique on you?
What was? Oh no, it was all good. They said I did took to it naturally or whatever like this, and it's just being able to go through it before a little bit too, right? The hold and stuff, and still learning stuff. Like if we watched it back, I can show you like how and it's working left to right, but how your shoulder to go shoulder to shoulder, you see where my arm is when I hit him with my shoulder, so you really hit him with the chest. It's just learning all that stuff because it makes you a better fan, in my opinion, knowing what's going on. For if you if you are a fan of basketball, right? You want to know why they let Trae Young drive the lane, for the Knicks, right? And didn't foul him there, or let him with the easy bucket. Different things like that. Yep. Why that happens?
Different guys on the court, by the way.
Yeah.
So then, how did Mongo get all messed up?
What's that?
How did your friend Mongo?
Oh no, that was a different match. So
that was a different match.
Yeah, so they were going nuts, and there was an accident, but they were doing outside the ring, and there was a corner table, and he hit his head on the corner table. But
oh my gosh,
dude, this guy, and it was set up for that because when everybody was together before, we're going and use his real name and go. This guy, he just bleeds every match. I mean, like this, like it's like he gives everything he's got, and sure as heck,
he needs some Lasix.
He needed some stitches.
Yeah.
Oh, that's aggressive. All right, guys, we are going to get to our phone lines. I know that we have got a caller ready to play our trivia, Get Home with Hall Financial. So stick around. We're going to be right back. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Morning, Art.
Good morning, D-Mac.
You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Drake Bell, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate. Oh, Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Pour that out.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. All right, guys, it is time to play Get Home with Hall Financial, where you have got a chance to win a $100 gift card to either Lashish or Detroit Wing Company, all brought to you by our good friends over at Hall Financial. All you have to do is answer all 4 of our trivia questions correct. And today, Fish, who do we have playing?
We have Nick, who's ready to win some wings or Lashish.
All right.
All right.
He's on the line.
Nick, welcome to the show, my
Hey.
friend.
Hey, thank you. How you guys doing?
Good,
We're
man.
great.
Thanks for
All right.
trying again.
Good, no worries.
Okay,
Thanks for having me.
are you ready?
Ready.
All right. Are you starting it off?
I'll start it off.
Okay, you go for it.
Answer 4 questions. Get yourself that gift card. Here we go. First question to Nick. We talked about Phil Mickelson winning yesterday, the PGA Championship. What was the last major Mickelson won prior to yesterday?
Masters.
I'm sorry. Damn. It was the British Open.
2013.
British Open.
2013.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Nick.
No, it's all good.
Keep
Golf
calling
is my
back.
wheelhouse.
Call
Nick,
again tomorrow.
Keep calling,
All right.
brother.
Keep
Thanks, y'all.
trying. Thank you.
Good guess, man.
Um,
Damn.
I feel like if he would have just waited like 2 seconds to answer,
Well,
D-Mac and I, we probably would have been like the home of fish and chips. Or
that's
something.
why I'm glad he didn't wait.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's a lot more fun when they just guess on their own.
I mean, I
Instead
guess.
of just giving them
And
you like
and
the
for
question
record,
and answer.
You
I
would
understand.
probably lead with the clue, and then you would entice me to give a clue on top, so Maz didn't yell at you. But then if I piggyback, then he can't yell.
Now, if you,
'Cause I'll yell back at him.
If you notice during our updates and all, I mentioned that he'd never won the U.S. Open, and he just won the PGA. So his choices were the Masters or the British Open, and he chose the Masters. That's all right. Nick tried it 2 times. I appreciate him. And we're going to get him maybe tomorrow. See if you can call back.
Try back again tomorrow, Nick. All right, guys. Let's get into some more playoff talk because playoffs all around, huh? Let's get into the Stanley Cup playoff recap.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who can't be excited about hockey these days, man? I absolutely love
I think you even like hockey.
I do. I'm back on it. I'm back on it. I didn't like it there. I mean, it wasn't. Now they give me some reasons, overtime games, but it's the proof's in the pudding. Maybe it's because, guys, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. This is brought to my attention. What sport you watch or you don't watch, it's who wins you money. So as long as your teams are winning, Madsen, because every series is going the way I thought it would almost, except for the Canes. The Canes, Nashville, that's sort of up in the air a little bit. But
thanks to Taylor
I
Lewan.
wanted to talk a little bit about it, right? Because here's the thing is what you find now, and the Boston Bruins mentioned it earlier, is the experience, and now they're starting to click. Tuukka Rask is proving why he's an elite goaltender, missed out last year in the bubble and
Kind of
stuff
killed
like
his
this.
team.
What's that?
Kind of killed his team.
It did kill his team. So in good teams with culture like that, and you've seen it, that they're kicking on full cylinders, and obviously even losing the first game to the Capitals and the way they've bounced back. The Avalanche, real deal, because what does teams do? They punished the Blues. They got injured, and then they just kept their foot on their throat.
President's Trophy winners for a reason.
Finish them off 4-0. Joe Sakic influence, right? What the Jets are doing to the Oilers, I got them in the upset anyways, but it's just because there's pieces missing. And the ridiculousness is that I read this morning is that, in Edmonton, the talk radio is Trade McDavid, and I go, what a bunch of idiots. It just goes to show the kid can't win. I don't mean the kid can't win. He can't win or lose no matter what he does. Yeah. And if he doesn't carry the weight, him and Draisaitl, they both had 3 points last night. They were up 4-1.
There's
Smith bigger
is
issues
a killer,
on discipline.
Mike Smith is killing
in goal.
Dude,
he let in 4, right,
yeah.
which is
He's
why.
them.
What do I say? Goaltending, right, staying healthy, and puck luck. Who's sort of got it? Canadians, Leafs, that's exciting, but I think, and I asked Sean this, Sean Baligian talked about it, is the fact that Tavares being okay fired that team up. I think the Leafs are on a mission here.
I don't think so, Mac.
Now, here's the thing. If the Lightning are the real deal, whether the Kucherov's in the lineup or not,
He's on a roll.
Vegas are the real deal. What?
I said, you're on a roll. You're not even listening.
No, I know, because let me finish. If you want me to talk hockey, then let me finish and go through
I
it.
want to go back and forth with you.
Oh, well, I want your opinion after, though. Because I don't know, the Lightning in Vegas, if they're the real deal to win, they're going to finish it off tonight.
Okay.
What do you think, Mads? Go to each one now.
Well, I was going to say Toronto. I don't agree with you thinking they're going to win. They can't. I don't think they can win without Tavares, personally. I think Montreal's got them right where they want them.
No, but it's the attitude of coming back. The attitude of which they came back in game 2 after losing it springs it back. So I don't think you're right.
You know what? I like when you just keep going. Go ahead. Just keep going.
No, go ahead.
That's what
I don't even want it.
But I want to play, too. I want to play. I wanted to play with you.
You like Montreal. No,
you played.
But do you see what he does?
You know more than me because you
played.
played.
Do you see what he does? Do you see what he does? He wants to play, and then when he doesn't want to play.
He doesn't
no, you
like
play.
it.
Just because you played the game, you don't mean you don't know more than me.
That is absolute incorrect fact. I can't predict the outcome more than you, but I can tell you behind what might go into it, and I'm more concerned on any one of these. I could give a shit about the talent. If the talent, then Edmonton would win every fucking year, Maz.
Listen to me.
No,
could you have won
dude,
those cups without Chris Draper?
Right now, it's
Hey,
whoever wins
can you
between
just be quiet
Vegas
for a
and the
minute?
Now I hate hockey.
Can you
again.
just be quiet
Fuck
for a minute?
hockey.
Just be quiet
It's
for
not
a
my
minute.
league.
Put a
Stupid.
muzzle on you.
My cheekbones hurt so bad.
Could you have
guys.
won the cups without Chris Draper? That's my question.
Absolutely.
Who's on the
He
phone?
could have won. Who is? Who's on
Absolutely not, Maz. Are you freaking kidding me? On his 50th birthday, you're such an asshole.
Happy birthday, Drapes.
Happy birthday, Nails.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
I mean, this guy won't shut up,
Hey,
Drapes. He
listen,
won't shut
I
up.
won't shut
I
up,
know,
but he obviously
I know.
won't leave you alone. Holy shit, give Drapes a
Well-
break, for Christ's sake, even on his birthday.
We're working on
50th
ratings,
birthday.
Steve.
You know what? You're
Listen,
lucky he remembers who you were.
Can you relax? Let the man talk. Stop talking over him.
This
Go
is,
ahead, Chris.
Listen, this phone call is all about ratings, D-Mac. I'm here for you once again to help you out, okay?
Absolutely, bro. That's what it is all about. You know it's about the
Oh my
numbers.
gosh, this is amazing. Well, happy birthday. It's a big one. Happy big 50th.
Oh, guys, I'm like honestly, everyone says it's just a number, but you know, for me and the physical specimen that I am, it really is just a number. So I appreciate it very much, but it's a big number. I must admit, but
It's bigger than Max
great
49.
day, and it is. Yep, it is. Yeah.
Any
No doubt.
what's hey Drapes, seriously though, which who you like seeing in this playoffs right now? Like, does anybody stand
Well,
like what the Avalanche did is impressive.
Yeah, Colorado, obviously, you know, the Grubauer being healthy and the way he's playing. You know, they have a superstar on the back end running the power play in Cale Makar. And then you look at the line that they have with, you know, McKinnon, Rantanen, Landeskog. I mean, that line is just, it's unreal. And then they have, you know, they have depth through the lineup. They play fast, they're well coached, well structured, and then, you know, you have game breakers. So they've certainly been impressive, you know, against, you know, and a St. Louis team that knows how to win. You know, they won the Stanley Cup a couple of years ago, but, you know, Colorado just had too much going on for them. I thought Boston's win was very impressive over Washington, winning in 5. You know, you look at last year, you know, what they had, the team they had, but obviously they didn't have Tuukka Rask. He's back. He's healthy. He looks like he's just, you know, everything's just under control. He just seems like it's almost like everything's in slow motion for him right now, the way he's seeing the puck, tracking the puck, making saves. And then you go back to that line, the perfection line. I mean, that's just so fun to watch. And the thing that I love, you know, about, you know, Bergeron, Marchand, and Pasternak is, you know, not only do they score, but the important goals that they score. You know, like last night it looked like Washington was kind of coming a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you know, boom, there's a turnover and the puck ends up on Bergeron's stick and he makes no mistake with it. Who's net front presence? Pasternak. You know, like those guys, they just play everywhere in the zone, and it's been fun to watch. So I think,
And it helps you
know,
guys
those
out,
teams-
Chris. It helps the Wings out because
It did.
they're
Yep,
drafting
it did
higher.
help us for our draft pick, exactly.
Yep.
Yep. So, you know, and then, you know, last night I watching, you know, that Edmonton Winnipeg game, man, I just, the only thing that was unfortunate, not being able to have fans in that building, the whiteout Winnipeg.
Yep.
And the whiteout Winnipeg in playoffs. Mac and I were a part of playing in a series there. You know, and I played in a series for the Winnipeg Jets there. Incredible. You know, that fan base is obviously a great fan base, and then come playoff time when they get the whiteout going, I mean, that atmosphere would have been, you know, incredible. And it's unfortunate right now, you know, for the Canadian teams not to have fans at this time of year. And it's certainly exciting being able to see what's going on in the U.S. with, you know, fans coming back to the games and, you know, getting this, you know, being able to play in front of fans. It's awesome, especially anytime. But this time of year is absolutely incredible to have, you know, a fan base. And but the hockey's been great. It's been fun to watch. It's fast. It's skilled. It's entertaining. It's unpredictable with stuff that's going on. And just, you know, been enjoying being able to watch it right now. And the hard part is you know, obviously not having, you know, the Red Wings in there. That's you know, hard part to watch right now, the playoffs without the Detroit Red Wings.
How about the Phil Mickelson this weekend? I know you're a big golf guy.
Phil inspired me.
Fellow lefty, you got to say it with the fellow lefty, and your calves are the same size.
He's got a great set of calves.
I know, you and him, I mean, 50 years old, winning.
No doubt.
A calf off.
Yeah.
Calf off.
Yeah. It would you know what, Phil would challenge me. I got to admit, I'm impressed with obviously the health and nutrition, how he's kind of reinvented himself that way. And the thing I loved about watching Phil, obviously from Thursday and especially over the weekend, just his mental toughness. Being able to hang in there and dig in there and really obviously believe, in himself that he can get this done, and just, coming up and making the shots and the putts that he needed to do. I mean, I thought he managed, especially on the 36 holes on Saturday and Sunday, I thought he managed his game, fantastic, and understood, what he was doing. He was, you saw him looking at the leaderboard and he understood what he needed to do and where he had to go, what number he had to get to, and he obviously did that. And being able to stand over that little white ball that sometimes frustrates me so much, and he was able to stand over that thing and just be under control with, everything, his emotions, you name it, his mindset. And I thought, it was great to see. And then, the quotes that he had afterwards. I'm a big Phil Mickelson fan for a lot of reasons. I think his fireside chats with Phil are brilliant. I get a kick out of those, and it was great to see him, be able to win a major, under those situations.
That's awesome, man. Hey, where you going for your birthday tonight, buddy?
Off to the Tiger game. Gonna go down. Gonna go down to the Tiger game tonight. I'm actually, obviously couldn't do it, for the pandemic last year, and it's been a while since I've headed down to Comerica Park, so I'm looking forward to it. Mac and I had a lot of fun going down, Tiger Stadium when we were younger, and then obviously Comerica Park. We saw some great games and some great moments from the Tigers, and looking forward to going down there. Beautiful night, and I'm a big baseball fan, so it's gonna be fun.
Hey, Drapes, one last thing, okay? Since you brought up your pickleball, I have a question. Epic says, do you and Stevie compete? Does he got it in, or does he understand that as he gets older, he can't stay in your lane, or does he play?
Hold on. Stevie and I play pickleball together?
Yeah, I'm just asking you, does Stevie play pickleball? No.
He does not.
He doesn't.
No.
But back in the day, that wouldn't be out of line question. I just know that you're...
Yeah, I would... you know what? Clears plays. Danny Cleary, good pickleball player. We play...
well, he's
play
great at everything. Ask him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And guys, fastest growing sport in the United States of America. You know what it is?
Pickleball?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Who told you that?
For real.
Who told you that?
Well, I think
Chris Draper's a lot of things, guys. He's not a liar.
Cleary told him. That's
next weekend, I feel like that's going to be D-Mac's debut of getting into
no.
an
Nails,
amateur
tell him.
series.
I just debuted in the wrestling ring.
You did.
That's my speed.
Mac's not a
pickleball. Tell him. Racket
Mac's
sports.
Not a racket guy. He's not a racket sport guy.
Tell him what you used to do to me in the tennis court.
I absolutely dominated him, ran him around with a big smile on my face.
Dominated me. He'd stand there and start laughing with these horse teeth, and his face would get so he'd just be running me around, so I'd hit all the balls over the fence so we couldn't play anymore.
It's like Connors Crickstein back in the day. Hey, you share a birthday, man, with the little ball I hate and Joe Dumars.
I know I do, yeah.
And Joey Dumars.
And Joe D as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a special day.
It is a special day. That's, obviously, Joe D, huge fan, amazing. Detroit Pistons, huge fan of his. The little ball of hate. It's amazing that he and I share the same birthday.
Amazing.
But, I mean, it's what a career he had. I get to work with him now. We exchanged texts this morning. He's going to do a fantastic job for us as we go forward, too. So, Joe D, I'm pumped for that. That's pretty cool to be able to share a birthday with him.
Happy birthday.
So,
Happy birthday, Drapes. Thanks for always coming on when we need a boost in the ratings. We appreciate it.
Anytime. And guys, like for real, this isn't, I'm not making this up. Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the U.S., okay? So you guys check that out. And it's, I'm telling you, it's catching on. Tennis players are turning to pickleball. It's
All right,
legit.
brother.
Hilarious.
So are we saying that? Are we not going to get? Are we going to have our own
tournament,
pickleball organization now? You're going from Little Caesars to pickleball.
If I need a sponsorship, if I start playing in tournaments with pickleball, I'm coming right to you guys. You guys are in charge of my PR, okay?
Deal, man.
We got you.
Listen,
we got you.
I'd love to hear that. Thank you.
You got it.
Throw out the first pitch
birthday.
tonight. Enjoy the game tonight.
Thanks, Dales. Happy
Looking
birthday,
forward to
bud.
it. Thanks, guys.
Happy
okay, guys.
birthday.
Appreciate it.
Chris
All right,
Draper, the
thank you.
50-year young guy from the Red Wings.
That
Love
was
him.
great. That was great.
Director of scouting.
Yeah, I could have won with that.
Mac, I always have a surprise for you. You know that.
I know.
So great.
I know, but you told me
D-Mac
earlier
could win
that he
a
didn't
Stanley
respond
Cup
back
by
to you.
himself.
I said he will.
I know.
You're the one that started
All right.
screaming at me.
Hey, no
Leave him
wonder
alone. Leave him
You just
alone.
ruined my diatribe, my soliloquy on NHL hockey. But
Chris Draper,
rubber meet in the road.
happy,
Thank God.
Happy birthday. All right, guys, let's get to me gusta or no me gusta. You guys know how to play along on our social media at Woodward Sports. I wasn't talking to you, Tom.
Okay.
That's the way. I'll let you know when I'm talking to you, but right now I was not talking to you. So right now I'm just going to turn this way, okay? So me gusta or no me gusta. Phil Mickelson winning the PGA at 50 years old is the greatest accomplishment in sports. Me gusta or no me gusta?
That's a
D-Mac.
pretty broad statement. That the Miracle on Ice is one of the most brilliant things in sports. I'd have to say no me
about
gusta,
Solo?
but honestly, off the top of the head, it's an honorable mention. I mean, without even thinking of anything else.
Yeah.
But no me gusta because it's just too. The golf accomplishment, and then again, I go back to Ben Hogan after car accident. But until Tiger Woods comes back and wins one, yes.
Yeah.
So no me gusta on that one.
Alan says no me gusta, but bueno. It is. It's
Yeah,
a good
no
one.
me gusta,
It's
but
a
bueno.
good one.
Muy bueno.
Well said.
All right, Tom Mazaway, we're talking again. Te gusta
Thank
o
you.
no te gusta?
I say no me gusta as well. Although I appreciate Phil. He's my second favorite golfer. Now, Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicklaus, of course, was number one back in the day. Arnie Palmer. Love those guys. Tiger is my hero. Love the guy. And Phil, number two. So it's up there. Top 5 in golf, but not tops in all the sports. And Miracle on Ice, you stole my thunder, but nothing tops. Nothing
And the
tops that.
thunder.
Jenna
And the
says greatest
thunder.
accomplishments in sports,
stole
no me
Maz's
gusta,
thunder.
but it has a hell of an accomplishment. You're
Yes.
absolutely right. All right, easy. Te gusta o no te gusta?
What just happened?
I don't know.
D-Mac's chair fell down.
Something just broke.
Nope, Pilar's
the
breaking
desk.
shit. Hurry up. Me gusta, no me gusta.
I don't know,
easy.
just do you
Before
like it or
Pilar
do you
falls
not
down.
like
No
it?
me gusta, no me gusta.
All right, Fish. I'm afraid that this chair is like literally in like 2 seconds. Nobody touch me.
It's just
I already catch.
it's your footstool.
No,
That's
it's not
all.
my footstool. I'm Fish crashed. That's what our son Darren says. All right, don't make me laugh here. I got to sit real still. I'm afraid something's gonna fall and this chair's gonna go down.
Who
Fish-
bought these chairs?
I don't know.
Ooh,
Just
I wonder who that would be.
te gusta
wasn't
o
me.
no me gusta?
I swear it wasn't
Okay,
me.
so we all know you say you have the text, but you won't show us any of it. You won't show it to Stick. You
I'll
won't show
find
it to
it.
Joey. You won't
I'll
show
find
it to
it,
any of
Fish.
us.
I'll
Okay.
find it.
Okay.
My chairs, I swear to you, had wheels on them.
Okay.
I wouldn't be this nuts to not get a chair without wheels.
Okay.
Okay, so I was just trying to make sure that everything's intact, and yeah, Jenna, I agree. No me gusta with these chairs.
No.
Although I think that was part of the desk. I don't know. Fish, te gusta o no te gusta?
No me gusta. It's good in golf, but not for the whole of sports.
Yeah. Ellen says, new game. We remove a bolt from someone's chair every day. And
Oh,
take
I'm in.
pictures.
Let's do
I know
it.
it is. Oh my God, that would be the absolute best.
I'm barely hanging on as it is.
I know.
Fully,
I know.
a fully good chair.
So I'm gonna say no me gusta. I think that age is nothing but a number, and good for Phil for working on his mind, working on his body, and coming out and winning this championship. So
I like
this
chubby
tournament.
Phil better
So,
myself.
no me gusta. All right, guys, let's get to a lightning round of who you like before this desk and chair and everything else
The
falls
Vegas
apart.
Knights will close out this series tonight. Take the Knights.
I like it.
Good
Tom
job.
Azaway, who you like?
I'm going Padres, Athletics, and Orioles 3-team parlay plus 552. Take
All
it.
right.
Last time you did
Easy.
that, you hit it.
Hit it.
Easy D, who you like?
I'm taking the Knights.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. All right. Fish, who we like?
You're taking Melbourne City over Brisbane in soccer tomorrow morning, and then I'm taking the Breakers over Adelaide in basketball. They're playing at Christchurch tomorrow
Yeah,
morning.
I'm
back
so
at home.
sick and tired of Brisbane always flopping, and I'm so over it.
And
So
also, it's
I
the
like-
last week, because next week we're not here on Monday, so it's June. So last week to get you good picks in for the records. So,
Ooh.
What do we have an update, Fish?
Yeah, I can give you an update. DMAC, you're 7-7. Maz, you're 21-12. I'm 9-5. Easy, you're 13-13, and Paul, you're 10-4.
21-12 is not bad.
All right.
10-4 is spectacular, Pilar. Nice job.
Yeah, so it looks
Your-
like
Hey, your
Your
draft
Rockies on
team's
top.
great.
I like it. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much to everybody who was joining in on the conversation on all of our social medias at Woodward Sports. We love you guys. Big thanks to Nick for calling in on the trivia. Try again. I know you just said on social media you won't be able to because you are going to be getting a tattoo. So good luck with your tattoo tomorrow. Happy birthday and big thank you to Drapes for calling in and boosting our ratings once again. I mean, we love you.
You got us at least another 5 people watching
Oh,
at
we
that
love,
point.
love you. All right, for Fish, for Jeff, for Easy D, for Tom Mazaway, and the newest wrestler.
Which one? Who do you want? You want a goodbye from Darren McCarty from
Darren
Mac or from
McCarty,
D-Mac?
420.
What?
Darren
you want
McCarty,
D-Mac 420?
D-Mac 420.
Hey, you better show up tomorrow or I'm going to come find you. I'll kick your ass. We're here at the Hook, 3 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see you.
That's right. I'm Pilar Lastra. Have a good night,
Muzzle
everybody.
that man.